Okay, 3, 2, 1, and we are live.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the big metal detecting radio and TV show. My name's Dave Sadler, and I'm the host tonight for a special show. As you all know, unfortunately, Spring Detectival had to be postponed for the foreseeable future, so therefore we are hosting a virtual Spring Detectival. So, first and foremost, can I point you out? Please go to the big metal detecting radio and TV show Facebook group, where you will find 8 different subsections, categories regarding tonight's finds. We're looking at Bronze Age, Iron Age, finds identification, Roman, medieval, post-medieval, irons only, and crappy finds. Please put your bits and bobs in there to be looked at by tonight's guests and discussed. And not discussed as in I'm disgusted, discussed. There's me scouse coming out then. We're joined tonight by, in this order, Gary Blackwell, Adam Staples, Julian Evan Hart, Chips, Chips, Gruzginski, Dilek Gonyule, Dan Spencer, Paul Otter, and Annie Biard. So without further ado, as it's Spring Detectival weekend, let's bring in the man himself from Spring Detectival, Mr. Mark Betcher. How are you, Mark?
Good. You?
Ready for bed?
Yeah, I could be better. I could be sitting around a campfire right now talking about today's hoard and discussing all the other wonderful finds that we would have made. But we're going to have to make do with a virtual Spring Detectival where we are going to probably find some amazing stuff, hopefully.
To be fair, though, my friend, if you had a hoard up today, I don't think you'd be sitting around a fire at the moment, do you?
Yeah, because it's getting dark now.
You'd be there under spotlight.
I'd be there at the Travelling Pub Company's bar, talking absolute crap with everybody. Yeah, having a great time.
But instead, you sat in a shed talking to me.
Yeah, but it'll have to do, mate. We're on lockdown. You know, what else can we do? So I've cracked open a beer and I'm sitting here and I'm ready for a bit of a giggle.
So not only yourself cracking open a beer, I'm on water, but hey, everyone, why not crack open a beer if you're old enough and join in? Make
If
it
not,
like you're
make
there.
sure you ask for a pet adult permission.
Yeah, responsible adults' permission.
Yeah.
There's me out of the proceedings.
Yeah, irresponsible adults are no good.
So otherwise, how are you?
Yeah. Keeping the family busy, keeping myself busy. Well, trying to keep myself busy. Boredom set in a little bit. But yeah, well, you know, what can we do? Been sticking my head in some books, feeling sorry for myself. Spending far too much time on Facebook and God knows what else.
Do you know, it actually come to the point yesterday, I was putting Facebook on. Every time I turned it off, I'd press it again to put it back on again. And yesterday, I just couldn't be arsed, and I've not hardly been on since. Apart from several rants about 5G, that's about it.
I know, I've seen him, it's quite funny. I posted something, I don't know, did you see it? It said something like 5G is only dangerous if you sniff it all at once.
Look at Pete here. Pete was in a world of his own then. He was looking everywhere. Look at that fly. Look at that fly. Anyway.
No, what
Hello.
I'm doing is trying to improve my lighting by turning all my monitors on, you see.
Ah.
Okay.
How are you, young Mr. Tyrrell?
Very well. Well, bored, but very well. How are you?
I'm tired and I'm bored and I've lost a stone and a half in a couple of weeks. I'm getting to look like you and Mark very, very, very easily.
I think you've got some way to go before you're as streamlined as Mark and I, for sure. But
I'll second that.
And also, for start of the show, we also have that young Mr. Gary Blackwell from XP. How are you, Gary?
I'm very good, Dave. Thank you very much. I've got a couple of stone you can have if you need them.
Honestly, I'm sure I'm fine trying to get rid. Yeah. I might fit in my car bed better at Detectival if I do lose a few more stone.
Yeah.
Anyway, the gang's all here. So tonight, as I said, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a running order. We're going to be looking at, first and foremost, we're going to be looking at the Bronze Age finds, which I'll be bringing up in a moment. So anybody have anything else to add before we start looking at things?
That'd be great.
Don't all speak at once.
I've got some.
I'm just here for the eye candy, Dave.
That'll be Gary then.
Want a dog?
Oh, you've got the dog. Where's the dog? Hi, dog.
I've got some treats here, and it's dribbled on the carpet. There's a big wet patch on my carpet which has been dribbling.
I can do dogs, but they're just really flipping annoying.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for all watching this evening. This is a completely TV version tonight because the amount of internet energy which we would have needed wouldn't have allowed us to do the other. Plus, bringing people in on Skype would have been a bit of a nightmare too, considering what else we've got to do. So, I'm going to share the screen, and if I can find... People stop inbox messaging me because they keep popping up. And we're looking for the first, which are the Bronze Age finds, which is obviously the one at the very end. Now, we have 13 different images which have been sent in, so we'll go through them and we'll discuss them. So what I do now, gents, I'll share the screen. Luke will accept, and then you'll be able to have a look and have a chat amongst yourselves, and we can decide... Not me, because I got a clue. You can decide between yourselves which is number one find.
The anticipation.
I'm trying to find it.
Hello to everybody saying hello, by the way. I'm not going mad. Go woohoo!
So there's the first one. Can we all see that?
Got mud on it.
Yeah.
This is from Jason Jones. Now I presume it's some form of sword, short sword, maybe.
A dirk.
It's hard to get a perspective, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Jason, have
How
you got
big
a
is it?
clean photograph? next to a scale.
Oh, he's got some more images.
Oh, look, come on, Dave. Oh, it's looking more dirty like now, isn't it?
Ah, there's a young person with one.
Some perspective.
She actually looks quite dangerous with that.
Jason, you didn't let her keep hold of that for long, did you? I hope.
Cracking little fight.
Yeah, so it's quite a size, isn't it?
Yeah. Either that or she's really small.
Very tiny borrower child.
Yeah.
Did she cut the cable on the Mine Lab is the question. Now, Scotty B's up next. That's some form of propelled rocket, isn't it?
Bit of a rapier by the looks of it. Where's the rest of it?
And did he take it home?
What? Scotty take it? Or was it Scotty's?
Yeah.
They were actually Scotty's hands, so it's probably like dead small itself.
Yeah, that's it's true. Because he is like a borrower. What is that?
I'm trying. I lost it then because I'm trying to suss it out.
What is it?
Looks like a cannon on my screen.
Scotty, give us a shout of what that is.
Yeah,
if you don't
please,
mind.
Scotty.
Shortly. How'd you get out of here now? I don't know.
Looks like a chisel.
Ah, it must be parts of it.
The rest of the bloody sword, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, look, and a little socketed axe head.
And some chamois leather.
And some chamois leather. I wonder if it was found wrapped up in that. Oh, more.
So it's definitely was found with Terence here. He found axe head, the handle and part of a blade. He found a bigger piece. Was a day of experience. It was.
Nice.
I should have done that in Geordie then, really. Shouldn't I have made it more authentic?
You should have done it. It would have sounded better.
I can see a hole.
Nice hole.
That's what she said. I'm turning my head upside down and everything here. I'm glad you can't see me. That's a Bronze Age hole. That might have been the where the hoard came from.
That looks more like an archaeologist's hole.
I'm just checking
now on
all
to
your
Malcolm
tabs that you've got open.
Malcolm Beagle. Nice spearhead.
Now, that's very nice, mate. I like that.
It's beautiful.
Was that found in Hertfordshire, Malcolm?
Lovely patina as well.
Yeah.
Look at me sounding like I know what I'm on about.
I know. And was it a Deus find, Malcolm? If you're online, love to know.
Finally, again, Malcolm.
I believe that was found with his Deus not long after he got it, because I'm sure I remember speaking to him about finding that.
So, gentlemen, between yourselves, the three of you, not me, what's the best find?
Oh,
See, I would say it's between Malcolm and Scotty B.
I'll go with that one. I'll go with between Malcolm and Scotty B's.
So, Gary, you have to make the decision.
Oh,
wow! Thanks for that, guys. I'll go for Malcolm. Sorry, Scotty B. I'll say Malcolm. But
well done, Malc. Only because I said it was Deus fine, wasn't it? You pop up now and go, no, I found it with the Equinox.
I wasn't listening. I was answering some emails.
Feeding the dog.
I hope that Malcolm can confirm that he did find that with a Deus, Gary. So good choice, I think, mate.
Okay, we get a T-shirt off to him. Send us your postal address, Mal, and I'll get a T-shirt out.
Yeah, if you do that, Malk, if you obviously contact myself via the Big Metal Detecting, I always get, it's too long a word, I'm going to have to change. It's Big Metal Detecting Radio and TV Show Facebook group. I'll get that sent over to Gary for you. So well done, that's fantastic start to the, can't believe how fluidly that went then. It actually worked.
I'd just like to say, Malk, it'd be about August when the post office opens again. Is that all right?
He'll have it in time for Detectival then. In fact, why doesn't he just come and pick it up from you at the stall at Detectival? Save postage.
There you go.
Excuse me. So, Gary, what's been going on in XP land? Obviously, very, very peculiar time at the moment.
It is. Production's still underway, believe it or not. They're still making machines. Thanks to, it's mainly robotic in the factory, so you just need a bloke in there oiling the wheels, really. So, yeah, we're still getting orders coming in and stuff's still going out. All the office staff are working from home at the moment. But, yeah, things are still going. It's just sad that people aren't out detecting and showing us their fines, because that's our real stumbling point, is the fines coming in. But we can get through it. You know, let's be strong. It's only week 2 at the moment, so let's get our heads down and just get through it, really.
Week 2, don't you mean month 2? I'm sure it is.
No.
Positive.
Week 2. Yeah.
Do you know, I've actually turned into quite a strict school teacher this week as well. I didn't realise I had it in me. Kids hate me now.
Yeah. Say the dog's not talking to me, the cat's not talking to me. They've all had enough of me now, so yeah. It's a tough one.
And Pete, how's LP's business at the moment? Pete, hold on. Pete, you're on mute. You're doing mime now. Do a bit of Marseille, Marseille. Yeah. Or some Macatan sign language, maybe. Oh.
That all went a bit peculiar.
Here he is. He's back. Yes, can hear you now.
Okay. Cool. So, yeah, the last 2 weeks have been weird. I mean, as a business, we're quite fortunate. People that have detected for a long time will remember the foot and mouth issues that we had, 2001. So we've always, as a business, always had a contingency just in case that hit again. But this is, well, it was kind of overnight. We had to change our whole business. So everyone relocated to home working, which is obviously quite a challenge when you're shipping stuff out from a warehouse. All of our stock's now in a different location to make it easier to get to, because our work premises isn't particularly close to where we all live. But in terms of orders, we've still got orders coming through. We've obviously seen a dip. People that can't go out detecting don't break their machine, aren't treating themselves to think. But it's just really weird. I keep talking to my friends and we're trying to figure out what this is like. And it's kind of that bit in between Christmas and New Year with more virus, more toilet roll and less food. And that's it, really. I'm just bored. I'm calling the dog Ash because I've got no one to talk to because I live on my own. So it's all right for you lot. You've got family. I'm just sat around the Todd all day talking to the dog and the cats. I keep phoning Ash all day. He says, "Oh, what's up? What's up?" But, no, nothing. I'm just bored. Thought I'd say hello.
Pete, yeah, you could give me a ring if you're really bored. No problem. I won't listen, but you can ring me. Yeah, cheers.
I'm not that bored, though. Yeah, so, no, it's been a challenge, but I think we've got through it. And like I say, with a foot and mouth, I think a lot of the other dealers in the UK as well would have experienced that. So, yeah, I think that actually hit the hobby harder than this because I appreciate all of the wording is do not go out to tech, but I don't know how stringent that is at the minute. But foot and mouth was an absolute close down. You could not stand on a farmer's field. So in terms of detecting, this is slightly different. But in terms of effect to a small business, I'm sure Mark will back me up here. When you run your own business, it's not just my income, it's all my staff's income as well. And overnight, that was put at risk. So, yeah, it's been a challenge. I know it's hit Mark quite hard as well with, obviously, outdoor events. You can't do them. So, yeah, it's tricky.
Our farmers are saying, no, don't come on our fields. They've even stopped a few members of the public closed off footpaths with basically signs that say this.
But Mark, I think that's a sensible thing for the farmers because essentially if a lot of landowners, farmers, as you know, would be family owned. So family owned farms And if one person comes down with it on that farm, it will spread through the family, and then it's not just their livelihood, it's their whole being could go just like that in the flash of an eye. And it's really bad.
It's like
so I think
one of them I spoke to said this time of year, getting something like coronavirus would completely screw him over because it's lambing. They've got any chance of planting anything that they have. There's a very small window left, so he said he can't afford to be out of action, and he hasn't exactly got a big family. And there's a few of them like that have just said, as I said, they've just gone like this to anybody. Just go away.
Yeah, and I think this is what people need to think about because obviously we've all got a lot of time on our hands to spend more time than usual on Facebook at the minute. And Facebook's not my biggest friend. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I have been keeping an eye. And some of the people on there that just can't get through their head just to understand kind of ramifications. Because black and white, I completely understand. If at the end of your back garden you've got a 20-acre field, I understand the mindset of what's the issue. I don't get it. But it's the bigger picture. That farm is growing crops that's going to feed you. It's got livestock on that's going to feed you. It's got their whole income stream on it. But also, what happens if you dig up a hoard and a team of archaeologists need to come out to extract it? What happens? And I know these are all big what ifs, and you can't run your life on what ifs, but if you were to fall down, twist your ankle, break your ankle, and that's NHS manpower that's being taken away from what they really should be focused on. So just have a think. I'm not telling people what to do. I'm sure people are adults. They can sort it out for themselves in their own mind. But just a little bit of thinking about the bigger picture, really.
I know a lot of people have been going out, though, and especially with the better weather as well. People are talking about going out as well. I mean, and this weekend the government said staying at home is not an instruction, so they're sort of like telling us now's a critical time to stay at home. I mean, as you said, I can understand if someone's got a 20-acre field at the back saying, what harm am I doing? And I know a few people that have said to me, well, I've been out, I just went somewhere that was completely secluded. But as you said, what if they fall down a hole? What if they need that medical attention or something happens on the way to their big site? I mean, I'm not anyone to preach. I had that dilemma myself. I was like, well, okay, so it's okay to take your dog out for a walk. It's okay to go out for a walk. It's okay to go out on your bike. But as long as you don't take your metal detector and do any of those things, you're all right. Because part of me wanted to take my dog out for a walk and take the bloody detector with me like I normally do. But, I mean, the dogs haven't asked me to be honest with you. They've been round the block. They hate me. I haven't spoken to them in 3 days.
But I think another thing is, someone said on social media, well, if your number's up, your number's up. You know, it's all a gamble. But what a stupid thing to say, because if you get this disease, who are you contaminating? Your family members? You know, it's a bigger thing than just you falling ill. Like Pete said, you're putting stress on the national health. Farmers' fields, you're touching gates and things like that. What if you're giving it to the farmers and the farmer goes down with it? Who's going to look after all his livestock and stuff like that then? It's just one massive knock-on effect. So it's just common sense prevails, doesn't it? You've just got to do it and get through it, really.
That's good, I like that. Do it and get through it. But the problem is common sense is like a superpower these days, isn't it? Not many people have.
Yeah. It's not very common, I think, is the problem.
Common sense, yeah.
Nah.
But
all the government's asking us to do...
To the fields, no problem.
But all we're being asked to do is sit at home and do nothing. I mean, when I'm at work 7 days a week, it's kind of all I really want to do for a day. It's becoming a bit of a struggle 2 weeks in, but that's all we need to do. Sit at home, chill out. I've laid a carpet today on other news, and anyone that knows me knows that I don't do DIY. So improve your house. Learn some new skills. Why not?
In a lot of ways as well, the actual not being at work, for the likes of me, I know you've all got your own individual businesses and roles within companies, but for me who works in a manufacturing company, I think it's actually made me appreciate it a little bit more, because most days I'll go in, oh, I hate this, not this place again. I so want to be at work. I so want to be at work. Not just the actual doing something, but the crack I have with me mates. I haven't got that a minute at all.
Yeah.
It is that social interaction. Yeah. It's weird. Yeah. Here's what it is.
Going here, there and everywhere and talking to farmers and landowners. And now I'm an expert at practicing social distancing.
I've never washed my hands so much.
Oh, don't talk to me about that. I've been nicking Karen's hand cream. It's been so bad. I'm like, seriously, my hands are falling apart. Oh,
I thought you wore marigolds, Pete.
No, I have actually had an issue. Right, this is a real man thing. So when you're in the office, you kind of drink tea out of paper cups, you throw them away. The amount of washing up I'm having to do when I'm at home, not a fan. Not a fan of it at all, actually. Keep running out of cups. So I can see a Amazon order going in for some more cups this week. It's the little things.
So you don't have to wash up, just use paper plates.
And it's you hit the nail on the head there, Pete. It's the Amazon thing. You get bored and you go on Amazon, don't you? I mean, last week I bought a case for a GoPro 8. I haven't even got a GoPro 8. I just got the case just in case I get one. And I thought, what's going on? Well, I'm bored. What can I buy? Crazy.
Last week I done exactly that, Gaz. I went on Amazon, and you get carried away on Amazon, don't you, with all the suggestions? Yeah, I'll have that. I forgot to change my address, so it all went to the office. So Ash is popping in once a week to the office to grab bits. And he came round, it was box after box after box. But we're keeping 2 meters away from each other. So he's at the front of my house and we're just throwing these boxes to each other. The neighbours must be some sort of mentals, I don't know. But it was quite nice to see Ash, actually. That's the only human being, apart from my neighbours, that I've seen all week. So, that was quite cool.
Yeah,
Mrs. Sadler's been at work and it's been a nightmare because I've had no adult company at all. I don't know how much more bloody YouTube crap about people unboxing Kinder eggs and stuff I can watch.
Oh, don't even go there, please. I have to try and turn the volume down.
So, get back to Gary. Have we got any surprises, or obviously things have now gone a bit backwards, but is there anything... your last product was the XP bag, which I take's doing well. Is there anything else planned?
Very well. Yeah, going well. We've got an XP gold pan kit coming out for the gold market. That's just about done. That as soon as things get going again, I'm not sure when it's going to be released, but it should have been soon. So whether they're going to hold on till after this madness, I don't know. So there's different gold panning trays and just a little kit, really. The new machine, I honestly don't know what's happening with that. Perhaps this quiet spell has given the research and development time a little bit of breathing space, maybe, and they're going to get that finished off. The Go Terrain app, I know a lot of people are asking about that. No idea, I'm afraid. All I know is it's work in progress. So I've not really got anything to bring to the table, guys. I'm really sorry about that, but we've got some videos coming up. We put an hour and 16-minute long video compilation up on the XP site a couple of days ago. For, different videos. That's very popular, and I'm just doing some cranky stuff for my channel, some videos, but perhaps not detective related, just to hopefully give you guys a bit of a smile and keep you entertained.
Like cleaning up dog slobber off the floor.
Yeah, that's all right. I've put my foot in it now, to be fair. She's gone. She's dog. Yeah, she's moved away. I'll switch you over to the dog cam. Let's see if we can change cams, because I'm a little bit clever on these things.
Dog cam.
Dog cam. Hang on a minute.
Got all the tech.
Dog cam.
I'm enjoying Mark Betch's yoga cam at the minute.
Right, dog cam.
Oh, has Gaz broke himself?
Dog cam.
There it is.
That's the dog cam. Missy, Miss, yeah, some treats. Come on.
The size of that tree
remember?
did not suit the size of the dog, by the way.
Yeah, but there's a reason for that, Pete. There's a reason for that. Hang on a minute. Let me switch to the other cam. Right. Okay. I've been doing some training with her. I've got another screen as well. I've been doing some training with her, Dave, Pete, Mark. Finding hammered silver coins in the garden, sniffing them out. So every time she finds it, I've been giving her a treat, and I'm thinking I've gone for a bag of treats already. So I've had to cut them in half, and now I've cut them into quarters. But I know Luke's got a little video of me doing some exercises with her in the garden, just trying to find these hammered coins, and she's doing all right actually. She's coming along quite well. So when we're out detecting, I don't think I need a machine, just a little spade. I think that'd be fine.
Missy the silver sniffer.
That's it.
Yeah. And she's not even a golden retriever. Can you imagine if you with a golden retriever?
My retrievers never retrieved anything, Mark.
Yeah, well, you didn't train them, did you?
I was going to take them back because they didn't do what they said on the label.
We used to have an old English sheepdog, but we had to send that back. It couldn't paint. I'll be here all week.
Very good.
I can see a new collaboration here, Gaz. I could sell dogs, and then we could do like a Gaz skill school where you could train them to find all the hammered, and it'd be a nice little side business.
Gaz, Barbara, what was her name? Barbara Woodhouse.
Barbara Woodhouse, yeah.
Gaz, Barbara Woodhouse, Blackwell.
That'd be good. Money for old rope, mate. Money for old rope. We'll be coining it in, Pete.
Coining it in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, we should have our next guest in the back. Luke will be bringing him in. Here he is. It's Adam Staples. Evening, Adam.
Evening,
Yeah,
guys.
someone that knows the hammer coins.
I know about training dogs as well.
And dog pillows.
But does Brighton find hammered coins?
No, you find stones, that's all.
Well, you need to retrain him.
Find hammered silver. I tried him with a gold stater once and he ran off with it and it took like 15 minutes to get it out of his mouth. I give up on that.
Won't be doing that again.
No.
So you can't use gold because gold is like a pure metal, so it won't give off any sort of smells. But silver, you know what it's like if you put silver in amongst aluminium foil, it gives off that eggy smell.
But surely that applies to gold, right, if it's in its natural form. Because most fine gold has had something
maybe
like
40% gold, copper and silver mixed in. He sniffed it out, no problem. But yeah, he ran off with it.
Very expensive taste, that dog.
Get your dog on the gold, Gary.
Yeah, I'll have to borrow some of your gold, Adam, just to do some tests with. What does that sound like? A good idea?
How much of it do you want, Gary?
So I need to melt it down into a big, like, nugget size, yeah?
Yeah. I'll send you Tartan. You can have a go at training him because, wow, I can't do anything with it.
Just to let viewers know, sadly, the amount of comments that are coming through, absolutely phenomenal. Thank you very, very much for participating. But because of the amount coming through and because of the amount of people we've got on the show tonight, we've had to disable them because basically it'll crash the broadcast. So as you've seen before, it crashed a little bit. We all moved places. So that's why. Right. Adam, you found a little bit of a hoard last year or the year before, was it?
Yeah, last January. Yeah, the Chew Valley Horde. It was me and 6 other people. We were out for a day. Just one of them had got an Equinox. First, well, he'd had it a few days, but he'd been bugging me every day on the phone. So I said, I'll come down. You know, we'll have a day out. And he sorted some permission out. And we went down, detecting, and just stumbled across a massive hoard.
And how many coins were in the hoard?
No, it was 2,582 at the latest count. And they're all pennies and cut half pennies of William the Conqueror and Howard Godwinson. They all date from 1066 through to 1068.
Fascinating. I mean, we've all seen the photographs and read the news report, but it's something you have to actually be privy to or to find yourself to appreciate. Sadly, I've not.
You can't imagine it. You can't imagine how when, it goes from one rare coin to 10 rare coins, and then some extremely rare coins, and then 100, 300, 500, until you've got no idea how many there are.
Wow. Yeah. And that's all in the hands of the experts still, I take it?
Yeah, at the moment, the British Museum's had them since 3 days after we found them. We delivered them to the British Museum. They let us drive through the gates, enter across the courtyard, private parking, behind the scenes. Really good experience. And then the report's been done. The press conference was in August, and all details were released. The report was sent to the coroner, and now we're waiting for a coroner's inquest to decide whether it's treasure or not.
Which it probably will be.
Yeah, there's museum interest in it. The coins are over 300 years old. They're more than 10% precious metal, so they will be declared treasure. And then after that, they can start the valuation process.
And you're also, your job, your role, you work alongside Mark at Hanson's, if I'm correct.
Yeah, the historical department, coins and antiquities. Yeah, I work there. Unfortunately, the auction house is shut down at the moment. Charles Hanson, who runs it, last night he did a charity auction in aid of the NHS, and there was some great donations from people. Drew Pritchard from Salvage Hunters, he donated a day antiques hunting with him in one of his classic cars, and that made £3,700.
Yeah, but more importantly, right, how much did your day detecting go for, Adam?
Yeah, I donated a day's treasure hunting with me, and it went for £2,100.
That's fantastic.
Wow,
absolutely
brilliant.
fantastic.
Well done. Well done.
All the money's going straight to the NHS for supplies, equipment, PPE, whatever they would need it for.
So while you're trying to, do that, which is really great and what have you, Mark's just destroying his set.
That's kind of a visual metaphor for our business.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Oh, it's the LP sign.
Yeah, the LP's going, Pete.
Right, gents, moving on. I'm going to now go on to our next section, which is Iron Age. So, where do we start on here? Okay, so I've got that up. I'll share the screen. Luke will accept it. And first image up is Mr. Julian Evan Hart. It's a Gallo Belgic Broadflan Apollo head stator. Now, what of you gentlemen have got your sound up? Can you turn your sound down a little bit, please? So there's number one.
I've never seen Julian stator before.
That's a good standing joke, that, isn't it? Oh, where are we? Next up, Jamie Evans, a Willits and Nipple Gold Quarter Stater Regini Tribe dated 60 to 20 BC. It's listed as rare because it's been struck from a mismatched dies. 49 ever found. Now I made it 50.
Another cool coin.
Paul Bancroft with Choreo Bling. That's beautiful.
Yeah, they do look tasty.
Yeah. Lovely coins.
Paul Tung. One in situ. Somewhere. I presume it's that. Would we agree? Ah, better. Carl Lovell. George Foster with a belt fastener from his Christmas dig. Someone called Adam Staples. And again.
Oh, sorry, my mic was off. Yeah, that's a unique silver coin that I found that was named after me. It's called Adam's Dragons. So really happy with that one.
Is it in the ABC?
It'll be in the new edition whenever that comes out. This was found in 2015 and ABC was published in 2010. So this type
I haven't seen it in the ABC, so it must be a recentish find. Oh, I look forward to seeing that in there, Adam.
Yeah, me too.
Martin Wood, North East Coast Staters, found using the XP Orcs in Derbyshire. Beautiful again.
Wow.
Ooh, very nice.
Again, an unstruck Celtic Stater plancher, also found with the XP Orcs in Derbyshire.
That's a rare find.
Yeah, that's a nice thing, isn't it?
Gary Neighbour, a large Iron Age Terret ring.
Oh, that's nice, Gary.
Yeah, that's really unusual. Almost looks like a crown on top of it.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Yeah. I've never
That's
seen
a big
one
old
that
size
size.
as well, isn't it?
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I didn't realise it was that.
That's around
You can't do it. Well, you can do it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About 6 centimetres, that. Next up, Martin Beagle again.
Malcolm!
Sorry, Malcolm. I didn't even look at the name then, to be honest. Sorry, Malcolm.
That's Knoblin.
A what, sorry?
Knoblin bronze, King Knoblin of the Cat of Alorni. That one's called a Victory Bull Sacrifice. On the this one's not. I think this one's Ada de Maros. Same tribe.
Yeah. Jason Jones. Well, that's nice.
Yeah, that's the Iceni tribe. That's a berry type. Lovely coin.
Phil Harvey.
Yeah, I love that one. I wonder why.
Is that off your digs, Mark?
Yeah, he found it in Oxfordshire. 6 horses.
I thought that's your area, yeah.
Yeah, it's lovely.
The Celts really did like their horses, didn't they?
Oh, yeah. Another horse related.
Carol Butler, she asked, is it late Iron Age or Roman?
Late Iron Age, let's terror. Sort of 50 BC, 50 AD.
Fantastic. So, oh no, got some more. Some Dan Spencer fellow. Look at him getting his face on it.
Oh, look, that's another nice one.
Yeah.
So, gentlemen, given all of them images, all the finds, what is the best one?
I don't know, there was a couple of staters there. The Adams one.
Really nice.
Hiya.
That's improved the gravitas of the stream having carried on.
Have you changed your camera, Mark? All of a sudden, the picture's much, much better.
I'm just going to get changed for the weekend. Hang on.
Hello, Karen.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Karen.
I'm adding some of the emails because some of our members aren't on Facebook. So that last one from Carol, that was through the email. And also, I'm going to do some shout outs in a minute.
You can certainly help yourself. So, gentlemen, which was the best coin, or the best Iron Age find, sorry?
I'm going to say the Terret ring, just because it's unusual.
Yeah, Gary's turret ring was unusual. As Adam said, it looked like it had a crown sitting on top of it.
Yeah. I've never seen
One like
one like
that.
that. My favourite out of those is Julian's Stater. It's a beautiful coin. It's a good example of the type. But I think we should disqualify Julian because, you know.
Just because he goes on about it all the time.
Yeah. And so for me, those two choreo staters together, Paul's coin.
Yeah, they were tasty. Yeah, I'll probably second that motion.
For me, it'd be Paul Bancroft's coin.
Yeah.
I'm just going
Oh,
back
mate.
to that so I can. I've got you the choreo bling. So the winner of that category was Paul Bancroft with the choreo bling. How's that?
Well done, Paul.
So I'm just writing that down so we can refer to it later.
Can I just check? Are we
I'll join in with you, Adam.
just me?
And mate.
Yeah, just you two. It's a
Oh, no,
picture
go
thing.
for water. Cheers, Gary. Yay.
Is this what you two adults do? Go and sit in the shed away from the kids?
No, I go and sit in the shed away from the kids and Karen. Unfortunately, tonight she's come to join me.
She's got a little campfire going in the garden as well, I reckon.
How did you know?
You keep going on about wanting to sit around the campfire. Anyway, Gary.
Campfire.
Gary's muted at the moment. There he is, back again. Gary, it's been an absolute pleasure. Hopefully we'll be able to organise coming on a separate show on a Thursday night with yourself. We can discuss all things XP and Gary's detecting adventures and doggy daycare. Thank you,
Right, guys.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for inviting me. Have a great show.
Bye, guys.
Cheers, Gary.
Cheers.
Stay in touch. Take care.
Bye.
So we're losing Gary, but we're going to be bringing on momentarily Mr. Julian Evan Hart of Treasure Hunting Magazine. But first, Karen wants to do some name dropping.
I do. So, first of all, I just want to say thank you to the Metal Detectives members who are sending through their emails with images who can't get onto Facebook. So I'm going to continue uploading those to the categories that are left. And also, obviously, if we've been running Detectival this weekend, we would have had a lot of people to help us who I just wanted to give a shout out to say thank you. Our head marshal, Tom Thomas, Gary Blackwell, who obviously you just saw. Who else have I got here? Bob Hance and Dave Page. Andy and Carol Hardy, they wouldn't have been able to make this weekend, actually, but they help out a lot with the Rodney Cook Memorial Rally, and we fully support that with Gary Cook. So hi guys, and thank you as always.
Yeah, love you guys, love you guys.
Michael Delange, John Challenor, Dale Hall, Cole Lovell, Heather Harwood,
Nick Reynolds,
Brian Flack, Tom Clark, Gavin Tooby, Kevin Nash, Dave Billy, Paul Mason, Neil O'Kelly, Malcolm Andrews and Glenda. They do our first aid. Again, they wouldn't have actually been able to make this weekend. They run the Dorset and past West and I just wanted to, what he said, just wanted to say thank you to you guys because you're a massive support for the first aid for us. Also, Nick Reynolds, Paul Chambers, Steve Smith, they're our gate boys who always help everyone when you come into the event. So it's always those guys that you see on the gate. Bill Burley and Jazz Burley, those guys help set you up with the camping and they're fantastic. And yeah, the fines recording as well, very important part of the event. James Willoughby, Mike Potter, Jock Murray, Kevin Denley, Justin Critchlow, Gary Andrews, Mark Chapman, Gordon Greedus, I am not almost at the end, Brian Mallin, George and Sue Foster, who are amazingly helpful and help run our Facebook pages and also sell a lot of the raffle tickets for the charity. So thank you guys. Colin Alexander, Dean Robinson, Stephen Hook, Darren Greenway, Daniel Waite, Jeremy Screen, Mark Hampton, and thank you massively to Lisa Borgill, who is our head check-in tent. She is the gorgeous lady that you always see at the check-in tent, booking all you guys and girls in. So a massive thank you to her, and also our older children, Maya and Kayla, who helped sell raffle tickets and with the check-in as well. So just a massive shout out and thank you to all of you, because without you, the Detectivals wouldn't run. Obviously, it's not running this weekend anyway, but in future, we will be back again. We will be doing these events, and all you guys and girls will hopefully be there helping us. So thank you so much, everybody. I'm having a drink for you all now.
Thank you, Karen. It's now 11 o'clock, so we have to go, by the way.
Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
Oh, no, I'm only being daft. Yes, that was fantastic. So, yeah, from ourselves as well, thank you to those, because obviously when we've been at Detectival the past 2 years, everything's gone swimmingly and been treated so nice by everyone, so much appreciated.
Well,
have we got Julian about yet? Look, here he is. Here he is. How are you, Julian?
Hey, hi guys.
Hello,
Just like to say good evening to everyone there.
Are you well?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad.
How's lockdown for yourself?
Red wine.
And why not? Keeps your heart solid. I can't have it. I get too drunk too quick on red wine. How's lockdown?
Yeah, I'm there, guys. I'm here.
How's your lockdown?
I'm getting about a million voices coming into me at once, guys. But, yeah, no, surviving.
Good. And Lisa's all right?
Yeah, no, she's absolutely fine, yeah. She's,
Brilliant.
Yeah, you and me both.
So, listeners, by the way, obviously all the fines that are appearing on the big metal detecting radio and TV show Facebook group, you might be contacted by Julian, you might be contacted by Dan Spencer from Searcher, or ourselves, to see if we'd be able to include the article regarding the fines in each individual bit of press, if that's okay with yourselves. So, Julian, just crack on when you've got time tomorrow, and, well, when you've got time for the rest of the next couple of weeks, and ask people what and get some content.
Is Julian on Mars or something? Is he self-isolated to a faraway land?
I can hear all your conversations at the same time.
Is this pre-recorded?
What have you got open on your system? If you've got YouTube,
you don't want to ask.
If you don't want Facebook on anymore, Julian.
Okay, let me see what I can do about that, guys. Right, we better now.
How does that sound?
Yeah, Joe, what? Sorry about that. I can hear conversations. Then I got asked, how's me lockdown about 100 times? I thought I've already bloody answered that. You know, me and technology, mate, just do not gel. But, yeah, guys. Better have another glass of red wine now, jeez.
I don't know if you heard me said, but obviously...
I could hear Pete say, is he on Mars? Brilliant. Love it.
You're a legend. I'm in bloody tears. Anyway, I don't know if you heard me then, but I said any of the fines that we look at tonight that are on the Facebook group, easier saying Facebook group than the long-winded things.
Yep.
Either yourself, Dan, or myself will obviously communicate with people for content for each magazine and whatnot. So obviously, just to let people know that might be the case. Although I take it there's quite a few pieces that may have been in there already.
I've seen a few bounces and a few bits come over the years that are reappearing, but that's part of it. I mean, for example, as we saw earlier, hey, look, you've got to turn again, guys. Got to turn again.
What is that, George?
Yeah, sorry.
What is it? Find that, Jules?
When did I find that now? 2 years ago now, if not 3. Sorry, the old memory's gone a bit now. 2 years, 3 years, what's it matter now? But I think it was about 2 years ago.
Yeah, I saw it.
As I say, I think there's about 3 people in Britain who haven't.
Comedy gold. Where are we up to? Right, fines identification is our next section. And obviously you 4 gentlemen will be far more learned than I when it comes to doing this. So I'll do what I do and I'll share the screen and I'll go on there and I've got it all lined up already. So, Paul Bancroft wants to know, is this Roman or medieval?
Looks older than medieval.
Yeah.
Lentoid eyes.
Come on, Alex, what's your thoughts, mate? You seen anything like it?
Well, yeah, I would like to see a picture of the other side, to be honest.
Yeah.
Is it 3-dimensional? Is it flat on the back? Is there a hole in the back of the head for a bucket handle? It's very similar to Iron Age bucket mount.
Yeah, it looks kind of Iron Agey, doesn't it?
Yeah, lentoid eyes are classic Iron Age.
Yeah, but the hairstyle could easily be it could be medieval.
Could be.
The hairstyle might be a coronavirus lockdown haircut.
Like I was just about to say, it could be plague hair. You could be right.
Plague hair.
I think it is. I think the head is 3-dimensional and then the lower part is hollow. I've seen this before somewhere.
So was it? What do we reckon? It was on a staff or something?
Possible, yeah. Interesting, lovely design.
People messaging me again. Again, for people who are messaging me, I can't actually see. Oh, here's the reverse, the reverse image. Sorry.
Oh, there you go. All right.
So that top of it actually looks like a flat hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say medieval. That's the representation of a halo. So that'll be one of the evangelists.
It's got that kind of medieval perm going on as well.
Yeah.
I think it's probably off a casket or something, an altar cross.
Yeah.
And I would say it's one of the four saints: Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
Oh, you smart ass.
Beautiful picture, nonetheless. People who are inboxing me on Facebook, unfortunately, I'm not able to go on look at any of them finds. We specifically set up the categories on the Facebook group so we can keep an eye on them. I can't go through because I don't know what things are to be able to identify them, to put them in the correct location. So that's Paul Bancroft's. What was the medieval
I think
casket?
Casket or cross mount.
Right. Beautiful piece nonetheless.
Yeah.
So I hope that helps, Paul. Next up, Nick Reynolds.
I can't ID stuff.
This is a lead seal. It's probably a cloth seal. Sort of 16th, 17th, 18th century.
Again, I hope that helps, Nick. Well, this looks nice.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
Yeah.
Knife handle.
Nick
I'd
Reynolds
say
again.
Roman knife handle of terminal. Have a look. It's a classic Panther design.
Yeah, I think Nick was lucky enough to have that stuck on display in a metal detecting display in Woodstock Museum for quite some time because he donated it for a display.
Absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Where's Woodstock Museum, Mark? I've not heard of that.
Oxfordshire.
Ah.
It's in Woodstock, Dave.
It's in Woodstock.
I thought Woodstock was in America.
Well, there is one in America as well.
Their festival didn't get cancelled.
Shut up.
Oh, another. Look at it. Even the British Museum don't really have a clue. They think it's a pommel, but they aren't 100% sure, and they think it's early Roman.
Yeah, I'd agree with the date, but it is very difficult to be sure exactly what it came off. It could be a pommel, it could be a furniture fit in, a chariot fit in. It's without it still being attached and its original function. It's very
There are some
difficult.
quite similar eagle-headed pommels I've seen recently, Adam. So you could be on a point there. Yeah, I've seen about 3 or 4 eagle pommels with hollow necks that look very, very similar to that. So whether they're Roman zoomorphic pommels is a good thing because 2 of them came off temple sites.
Right.
Kevin Whitmore found before the lockdown. There's another image of the side a shot of this. I take it it's metal, Kev.
Yeah,
Right.
looks like
Looks like-
beautiful patina.
Yeah.
Yeah, he found that literally just before lockdown as well. Literally just before.
It's a sword or rapier or dirked tip, isn't it?
Some other images.
Oh,
Yeah. I like that classic crystalline break.
I think that's the sword tip.
Yeah, I'll go sword.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like a carp's tongue sword tip, doesn't it?
Oh,
I'll just agree with you, Julian, because I haven't got a clue.
could even be a really large spearhead. It's got quite a prominent central rib, or it looks to have on that photo. Wonder if it's a tip of a really large spear.
Yeah, could be.
Possibility, yeah.
Is that a cartwheel penny at the side of it? Can't quite see.
I tell you what, gents, I think this is working exceptionally well. The manner in which we're doing this, to the point that I think we could do semi-regularly some form of finds night show where we do exactly what we're doing now.
Yeah, I'm not doing very much over the next few weeks.
Yeah, my diary is currently free.
Yeah, mine too for the foreseeable future.
Right.
Does anyone know if this type of nail was from an industry and not just tree killing, as I believe that's what copper nails can be used for?
Good point, and accurate as well. There are records of Mediterranean folded sheet copper alloy Roman nails with similar terminals. Yeah, curious, difficult to say on that, but certainly the copper alloy folded sheet nails, sometimes confused with lace shapes. But there are some robust examples from the Mediterranean coastal area, which could possibly lend themselves to some form or connection with shipbuilding. That's all I can say on that one. I've never seen one or found one before.
I found a few. How big? Sorry, I didn't quite see the size of that, Dave. But I found a few similar ones, usually on medieval sites. Rolled up copper alloy and then just hammered into something.
About 4 centimetres.
Yeah. So, yeah, I've probably found them from maybe 20 millimetres upwards. Never any that look like they might,
Carol
Yeah.
Carol Butler, a member of the Metal Detectives group. Is it a form of buckle?
I would think so.
Yeah, I'd go with I think so as well.
Yeah, me too. Definitely Georgian, I would say.
Yeah, they're a very similar style to shoe buckles, the terminals on each side. So I would guess they're a similar period, or maybe just maybe off a hat from a decorative band or from a shoe, imitation buckle, something from that period that Julian said.
So what you're saying is I actually got something right.
Well, yeah, we'll give you that, Dave.
Huzzah. I think this is the last one. This is Stephen Richardson. There's a sixpence on the right for size, and he wants to know what this is on the left.
Part of a buckle.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Early
Yeah.
Georgian with a steel component corroded.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite small by the look of it. It's a very delicate little buckle, but probably a breeches buckle or small child shoe buckle, I'd say.
Yeah, it looks like maybe it was originally a double loop buckle, spectacle buckle sort of shape.
There's definitely that derivative, isn't it?
It looks like at the top that there's another loop broken off there.
Yeah.
Right, you are. So that was the finds identification. I hope that helped you all. And as I said, look at that book. That's a good book. Where can you get that book from, Julian?
Oh, crikey. Yes, got my glasses on. Yeah, that's one of ours, I do believe. Lovely book, I will add on that one. Just amazing. When I first got hold of it, I managed to identify 3 things out of it. But that's a learning curve, isn't it? A learning curve. But no, lovely book.
And that's available via Greenlight Publishing.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. It is a fantastic book, and the way the finds are in order. Like you just then, Dave, you knew they were buckles, but what period? You can go to find identified, look for buckles, and then they're all there by period, and you can narrow down, exactly what period something is. So, very good book. Well done, Jules and Dan.
I've actually got a book here that was sent to me by Oxbow Books to look at, and obviously I've got lots of finds identification books and such like, but this book in particular is called Seals and Their Context in the Middle Ages. I've never seen such a boring book in my life. It's like £60 to buy, and it's just about seals in the Middle Ages. Honestly, I had to give it to someone else to review for me because I lost the will to live. But if you need a seal identifying, what a book. But yeah, very much.
Are we talking about like metal seals or the type you get at a zoo?
I would presume they would be the ones that aren't in the zoo. They might even be the ones that are in your car engine.
I would read either book, to be honest. But they both sound really interesting.
Here we go. Right, a book. Look at Karen there. What's she doing? Oh, well, there she is.
Sorry.
I've just had the clock fall off the wall.
Really
I've been doing the same, Karen.
Oh, over in
Important things.
Yeah.
I saw a little message coming up saying 614 viewers, and I was like, is there? I was just having a little look.
Yeah, Luke will get all the statistics via the what he's got in the background. So
14 viewers.
So sadly, we're going to. Sadly, we're going to have to let Adam depart now, and hopefully he's going to carry on watching because we're going to be having another guest coming on shortly.
Cheers, Adam.
Adam, it's been a pleasure, and again, I hope you will take into consideration coming on the show in the future on a Thursday night. It'd be lovely to chat with you in depth about everything, really.
Yeah, well, give me a shout. We'll see if we can sort something out. And thanks for having me on. Nice to see you guys, and I'm going to be watching the rest of the night. So, yeah, good luck.
You can take the coat off now as well and stop looking cool. I know it's going to get a bit too warm in there.
I've had no eating on in the house for the last 3 weeks. I'm stocked up with stuff. I'm not even going shopping. I'm going shopping maybe once a fortnight. And, yeah, stay safe. I've got loads of things to catch up on. I've got hours and hours of unedited video footage from the last few years. So I'm just going to be putting my effort into that and try and keep people entertained.
Well, stay safe, stay well. And as I say, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on tonight. So, thanks, good night, Adam. Take care.
Adam.
See you later, Adam.
So, let me just have a look at the running order. So, next up, first and foremost, our next guest should be in the background, and Luke will introduce him. And I'm going to have to ask him to pronounce his last name properly for me because I'm not good, as we know, with foreign names. Chips Gruzinski. I hope that's right. Hi, perfect. Chips.
That's perfect. Take care.
Really? Really? God. You wouldn't believe how happy I am with that because I'm well known for not being able to say people's names.
Hey, you did well. Just try to spell it. That's the problem.
I've actually got it spelt exactly right on my paperwork here. So, Chips, introduce yourself. Obviously, we've not met before. Tell us a bit about yourself. And my eyebrows need trimming.
Yeah, I'm a kind of a big nerd when it comes to stuff like this and coins. So I've been doing this for about 18, 20 years. And Mark and Karen, I help them out routinely, and several other groups. If someone needs something identified, I'm kind of into Roman coinage, Greek, Celtic, all that stuff. That's pretty much. There's nothing else really interesting about me. So,
do you live in the US or are you in the UK, Chips?
Yeah, I'm in the U.S. You can tell probably by my accent. So yeah, I'm in Florida right now. We're all on lockdown. Fun stuff.
Whereabouts in Florida? Because it's actually one place I've been in America.
It's Central Florida, just north of Disney.
All right. I stayed at Kissimmee when I went.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I'm
Anyway,
from Georgia.
nice to have you on. It's a pleasure to meet you.
You.
You obviously metal detect in America as well.
I don't have a detector. I don't know the first thing about them.
Really?
Nope. I have
I'm
to
shocked.
buy all my stuff. You know, I buy all my things. I am very jealous of y'all being able to find stuff like that over there, and I've yet to be able to go over there. Just amazing, the stuff.
How
y'all
many
find.
times we've said, come on, you and Kaylee, you need to come over.
Yeah, you and
No.
Kayla, she's sorted, man. Over you come.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Come to Detectival, and somebody will give you a metal detector to use. I'm sure Mark's got one or two there.
I've
Oh
told
yeah,
you
I've got
many
those guys
times.
have invited me several times. I just haven't had a chance to get over there. You know, work and health issues with my lady. So
When the time is right, my friend.
yes, when the time's right, when all this crap passes.
Yeah.
Indeed. Anyway, I've coincided you coming on tonight, Chips, with the Roman section. So hopefully you'll have some fun looking at what's on here. So I'm just going to find which tab that's under. I found the tab, and we'll go on to the share screen again.
Everybody's going to think I'm a transvestite.
We know you are.
Thanks.
We can still hear you.
I look like a man.
No, I'm just thinking you've got Mark Becker Detectival there and you're sitting there.
First up, we've got Jason Massey's Roman gold finger ring, 48 grams of 22 karat gold, dated 300 to 400 AD. Absolutely stunning. As you can see, I've put below, rub it in. So, obviously, you chaps are more learned than I. We've got horse and chariot. Does that chap on the chariot there look like he's got wings?
If you bring
Maybe.
the pickup,
We can't see it.
We can't see it, Dave.
if you bring the pickup, Dave, that might help, mate.
You can't see it.
I
Right.
think we're all
No.
familiar with the ring, but bring the pickup for those people that may not be
I
familiar.
do, I do apologise. Let me
I
try
bet
again.
People probably seen it.
Has it come up yet?
No,
No,
No.
it's your pretty face, Dave.
come on, Dave.
Well, I'm doing exactly what I've done all night. I'm sharing. I've got it at the bottom saying it's sharing, but for some reason we can't see it. Let's start that again. Luke, is everything okay in the background there? So again, I'll just try to share the screen.
Come on.
Luke's nodded off, hasn't he?
No, he's
No,
not.
It's his
I've got a
bedtime.
gold state here, Dave, if you want to have a look at that.
I take it you've still got nothing.
No, we've got nothing, mate. Apart from all our lovely
I can see it on the Facebook page. I can tell you that's victory and the personification of victory in a chariot with looks like two horses. I think the date might be a little bit earlier based on what you see on coinage. I would bet it's like 1st or 2nd century.
What was the weight of it again? Because it was quite weighty, wasn't it?
48 grams.
Wow.
That was in an article, wasn't it? That
Yeah.
was like published and everything.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's still going through the process, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be a while with everything that's going on now.
Yeah.
Have we got the picture up yet?
No,
Right, there must be an issue because obviously the amount of people where Luke's...
oh,
Oh,
there we are.
happened. We've got a picture that's come up, but there's no ring in it.
How's
there we
that?
go.
There's the ring. We've got it.
Yay!
Ah, brilliant.
Yeah, it's a cracker.
Wow, look at that.
Stunning ring. So it was the victory, did you say, Chips?
That's what I say. And if someone said Nike, I think that's an equivalent goddess or god or whatever. So, yeah, because of the wings. Almost same time you see wings, it's either victory or Thanatos.
Mm. Beautiful nonetheless. Fantastic find. Next up, Julian Evan Hart, a bit of bronze. Tell us about that.
That is Constantinople commemorative, very nicely preserved. That's a wonderful example right there. Do you have the reverse of it?
I didn't put it up. Sorry, Chip.
Julian.
Well, the reverse is going to have most likely going to be victory on the prow of a ship holding a shield. And then, of course, the extra will tell you what the min is. Just judging by the style, I would think maybe
it's Trier.
Yeah, Trier. If it has a TR, PTR, TRS.
Yeah, I think it does, Chip.
You can tell by the face. I've gotten where I can tell which mint they are. Yeah, I think that's Trier. It's a nice one, man. That's a really good one.
I'm actually astounded at your knowledge, Chips. You're in America, you don't metal detect, and you're so fluid at the knowledge of the Roman stuff. That's fantastic. Kudos for that. Next up, good old Valence Siliqua by
Lovely
Jules.
Valence Siliqua. Looks like it might be Constantinople mint, just judging by it. Again, do you have the reverse? It's going to have some type of votive on the reverse.
It's not shown, Chip, but you're quite right. It is Constantinople.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a nice one. That's kind of a rare mint. Usually his stuff is Antioch is common, so that's a rare one, Julian.
Oh, nice one. Thank you, Chick.
Rosette Thistle Brooch, again by Mr. Evan Hart.
Yep, I'm not very good at the brooches. It's mainly coinage, but that is a nice one. I do think it's Roman. Looks like it's what's the word I'm looking for? Zoomorphic, like a bird or something. You see the tail?
Yeah, I think it could well be, but when you look at it close up, it's made of really finely machined sheets, all soldered together. It's difficult to see on the photo, but it really is when you look at it under a magnifying glass, a real Roman work of art.
Yeah, it is. Has it got the pin intact too?
Do you know what? I took that photograph about a year ago, and I don't know. I think it has.
Yeah, it's nicely preserved.
Jason Jones.
That is a very nice Civil War denarius. Going to have SPQR on one side of it. It's minted in Gaul, right about 68, 69 AD. It's very valuable. CNG sold one for, that one looks in a similar shape. It's sold for $300. I personally think that's worth more than that.
I take it this is the reverse of that.
Yeah, it's the SPQR in a wreath. Those, during the Civil War times, striking an anonymous denarius, so you don't see many of them.
Oh, he's added some information here.
Probably exactly what Chip just said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spot on.
Because he's good, man.
And come again.
Yeah, no, he's brilliant. We loved it.
So I need some help identifying. I've got absolutely no idea what that is.
It's a nice brooch. It's a I forget what they're called. It's a smaller one, and they're almost sometimes could be like pins or decorative. That could be Roman. Could even be Celtic. I don't know.
Mr. Evan Hart again.
Sorry about this. Dominating it a bit.
Yeah, that's a nice
one, that one.
Well, I've no idea what an umbonate is.
It's just a sort of description based on shape. It's cut glass or sometimes cloisonné enamel.
Yep, and it's surprising that stuff lasts over the years. I actually have a really nice one of those. Yours is a little bit better shape. Real nice brooch there.
Somebody called Mr. Evan Hart again.
Oh, no.
Negro head, silver eye, insert steel yard weight.
Who like
I think
that?
that's Medusa.
Yeah, do you know what? That was made the front cover of the Searcher 20 years ago.
Yeah, that's nicely silver inlaid. The silver inlay on the eyes, I'm pretty sure that's Roman. I think it's Medusa, but a friend of mine has a ring that is gold that has silver inlaid eyes, and they think it could be Alexander on it, but it looks almost like this one. I don't have a picture of it handy, or I'd show you, but it's really nice with the silver inlay on it.
Yeah, it's cool.
Double-headed Antonianus of Gallienus, unique coin now at the British Museum.
Yeah, that blows my mind right there. I saw that earlier. It's Janus. That's who it's personifying, but a later guy like that personifying Janus, Janus was gone off of coinage pretty much after the Roman Republic. So that's a unique piece right there. I've never seen it. How
No,
do you know?
no, no, that was found. It was found, Chip, on a Roman religious site, along with a couple of other very rare issues.
I'm telling you, does it have a reverse? I'm really interested to see the
It
reverse.
does. I'm sorry, I didn't put if any of the reverses up. The reverse is a bit quadriga chariot.
Yeah, that's a special issue. And then you said Gallienus. It does kind of look like him. Does it have any writing on the reverse?
Not that I can remember. It was just purely dominated by 4 horses and a chariot.
And is it about the size? 20 millimeter, 25 millimeter. Do you know how big it is?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's. Thinking about it, I no longer possess that. It was found by a friend of mine. He gave it to me to photograph. But yeah, it would have been about 22 millimeters across, if complete.
So, wow, that's kind of and it is bronze, right?
Yeah, it's bronze, silver washed.
Yep. Let me get back with you. I'm gonna research that to see if anything else is out there.
You're most welcome. Chip, if you email me in the morning, I think you've got my email. I've got a photograph of the reverse.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do it, man. That's a really a really incredibly valuable coin right there, even broken.
So now we're on to Paul Bancroft with some chunky Romans. Some lovely pieces. Julie Argent, a unique 1st, 2nd century Roman bow brooch. That's nice.
That's really neat. Sometimes you see how the little pieces sticking up, which are broken. Are there any letters on the face of that? Because there's brooches that they found that have this something Felix, which is kind of like a good luck thing, but it says Felix.
Utera Felix.
Yes, that kind of. I wonder if that was on there on the front of that brooch.
Julie, if you can add some form of comment on that for Chip, obviously Chip will have a look again tomorrow and he'll be able to comment a little better maybe.
No problem at all.
Yep.
Paul Tong, my first Roman artifact found quite some time ago. Can't compete with the amazing artifacts already on, but these little brooch got me hooked, priceless to me. And
I
it is
really
a nice
like
little
that.
Is that enamel in the darker areas?
It is. The blue and red enamel. I mean, in its day, it would have been a beautiful adornment. It's a classic detecting find, and I can see why it's so favoured. 2nd century, I'd probably give that. It's a combination of various designs, various styles.
Oh, that's nice.
Wow.
Is that a Minotaur?
Lovely.
The head and neck statues are referred to as protomes. They can be humanoid as well as zoomorphic. And that really is a beautiful one. I suspect some type of sign or the antlers as such are slightly broken. But nevertheless, that's Scotty B's find, I believe, isn't it? Absolutely stunning.
When I went over to Crete a couple of years ago, I spent a little time. Well, I went to the archaeological site, the Minoan civilization. Totally forgot the name of the king, the one with the Minotaur. Yeah, you know.
Knossos.
That's it. Yeah, Knossos. I went to the museum.
Name?
King. Mine's gone blank. We'll get there in a minute. But it actually looks like some of the Minotaurs that were in the museum itself. It actually looks like that, to be honest. But obviously it's Roman as he's found.
It's like a stag or something like that.
It is, isn't it? It is. So I should imagine it might have had a crescent moon on the head, or possibly crude antlers.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I'm actually just Googling who the king was now.
Yeah, we've got to know. We've got to know, Dave.
Next up, Scotty B again. Nice little brooch.
Lovely brooch, that. Would have had enamel in those grooves, I suspect, down the bow. Very nice.
Scotty B again.
That's a late Roman AE3. It's going to be, I think, on the front of that. I was looking at either Constans or Constantius II, maybe Constantine II. The standard reverse Gloria Exercitus is what it reads along it. Soldiers flanking standards. They struck millions of them. But that one's in pretty good shape right there. I couldn't quite read the mint mark in the exerd, but so I'd have to look at it again to see, if I could tell which mint it was from.
The king was King Minos.
King Minos. Oh,
Yeah.
Minos.
That must be the other side of that coin.
It is. It's going to be it's Caesar. It's going to be Constans, Constantius II, or Constantine II, son of Constantine the Great. One of them.
Matt Rustin. Oh, that's a beautiful collection.
Yep. Those are nice. You got Posthumus, Caracalla, Hadrian, a bunch of them.
You're jealous, aren't you now? And is this one of those zoomorphic brooches that you mentioned?
Yep, 2nd century classic cockerel brooch. I just love those. Never found one, but I love the way the enamel cells are so flush with the back. They're normally quite smooth when they're in good nick and very heavily silvered. But of course, I believe the cockerel is part of the symbolic trio of things with Mars or Jupiter, if I remember rightly, and I probably don't, Dave. But yeah, beautiful. Often found on temple sites.
The next coin, bit blurred, but he thinks it's Nero, Tom Trussell.
Over to Chip.
No, it's not Nero. It could be Caracalla. Sorry about that. My camera's loose. Looks like it might be one of the Severans. Caracalla, Geta, one of those guys. Is there a reverse for that?
No, sadly not. We do have a nice one up next from Carl Lovell.
Yep, that's from Lions or Lugdunum. Mint right there. Another soldiers and standards coin.
Just so she knows, Dilek, I've not forgotten about you. We're just going to finish the Roman section and we'll bring Dilek Gonule of Noctamacro on.
Looks like Lucilla. Nice Astericius of Lucilla. That's Commodus' sister. If you ever seen Gladiator. Hadrian Denarius.
Bob Hunt. And the reverse. That's sexy.
Yeah, those are pretty scarce right there. The crescent with stars and everything. You see that on Hadrian's Denary, and there's some for Faustina Senior also has some Denary with that on there, and base metal issues. But that's a scarce one.
We've obviously still seen the Panther earlier on. I don't know if you saw it yourself.
Have you guys considered that maybe being a Patera handle, part of one?
Did think of that. Normally they're goats. I have seen a water goddess, and I've seen one Patera handle which was a boar's head with an erect penis coming out of it, which made a difference. Whether it's zoomorphic, skeuomorphic, or whatever morphic, I don't know. That's interesting, Chip. Although I will say that all the Patera handles I've experienced to date are solid cast; they're not hollow.
Okay.
But it's something to work. It's something to consider. Another option in the ID range.
Julian said penis.
Why, Dave?
A small hoard of 118 Roman coins and artifacts found with the XP Orcs in Derbyshire.
Wow.
Nice group. A little far to identify.
First Roman brooch by Joe Hans.
Nice.
A composite cleaning pencil. Now, there you go, Mr. Dempsey. There's your shout out there.
For that pencil, that's a good unit. I bought one from him.
For those, we did want tonight as well to put up some logos and what have you of people who would have been in the marquee and have stalls at Detectival, but again, due to the high demand of the service and the internet and what have you, we're not going to be able to do that. But I'll give as many as I can a shout out later. In fact, I'll go on to the Detectival site and we'll be able to read exactly who was there. So,
nice
Chip,
over there.
Yeah, you can tell instantly when you see a nose like that. That's Nerva.
Yeah. Classic.
Yeah, so that's a nice. I'm assuming that's a denarius, nice and unclean. It looks like it's still got the original oxidation on it. The way you can tell if it's a denarius just by looking at the picture. If it doesn't have SC on the reverse, that's always put on the base metal. If you see that, it's going to be some base metal denomination. Or like this one should have SC on it, either in the exurg or left and right. That's Commodus, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
It's got victory.
Still loaded. And a lot of section A, loads of entries. Malcolm Beagle.
Septimius Severus, I think. It almost looks like Clodius Albinus, but I think it's Septimius. With Mars holding a shield.
Malcolm again. That's nice and clear.
Yep, that's a Crispus from London. London Mint Crispus, a standard Beta Tranquilitas, I think it says across the reverse of it. The altar with the votives inside of it. So, but that's a scarcer example with him in the military bust type position, holding a shield, and I think he's got a spear too. Yep. I actually have one of those. Not the same issue, but real close to that. Scarce one.
Nick Reynolds.
Very nice, Nick. Yeah, it's a classic, what looks to be a silver Roman D-shaped profile ring with possibly decayed enamel or glass intaglio or a stone intaglio, which is now missing, just leaving the solder. But even with the stone missing, lovely ring.
It is really lovely.
Parts of a gold bracelet from Jordan Cutter.
Nice find.
Yeah.
The decorations look kind of Roman.
Phil Harvey's disc brooch.
So that's lovely. That's beautiful colours on it.
Yes.
Absolutely, second century disc or plate brooch in retrospect. Quite a complex one as well, with all the different triangular cells of enamel. That's love that. Absolutely superb.
Believed to be a Roman 2nd century AD mount or gaming token from Dave Ponting.
That's interesting.
Yeah, interesting. Possibly very late Roman. The cross, the central cross, is very reminiscent of some of the early pagan Anglo-Saxon bishops' crosses. The reuse of the Millefiori glass, again, I could go early Saxon possibly with that.
It does look kind of Saxonish, doesn't it?
There's some, yeah.
Same Dave Ponting with a Roman brooch with small glass insert.
That's lovely, unusual,
Yeah.
very unusual. Yep, 2nd century, classic brooch.
Constans 333 to 355 AD by Steve Richardson.
I would agree with Constans, or maybe Constantius too. He also struck those. That's an AE2, a little bit bigger than an AE3, probably the size of a U.S. quarter. I think the reverse had him dragging a captive from a hut, if I remember right, looking at that one. Yeah, so that's a hut there. It'll say El Temp Reparatio, which means return to the good times, with a soldier taking, they're unsure what that is, a child or something from a hut. But these Roman coins, they used a lot of propaganda. So if that's the emperor, they always make him 3 times taller than the person that they're conquering. So not really sure who that is.
Lisa Jones.
Nice tribute penny. That's Tiberius. That's the biblical tribute penny right there. Livia seated on the reverse, Pontiff Maxim, and then Tiberius portrait on the obverse.
Still going, there's loads. Jap Owen.
Roman's a big section. Must have been a
That
Roman
looks like a
this year, Mark.
Trajan bronze. It's going to be an Acerus Astericius probably. Yep, it'll be SPQR Optimo Principe, and it looks like 3 standards on the reverse. Maybe commemorating the Dacian victory.
Lisa Jones again.
Another fragment of Ammonite brooch, or possibly a chatelaine brooch.
Beautiful little
Nice,
pot she's
very
got
nice.
there.
Yeah, I saw the little pot.
Daniel
Can't-
Stevenson. This just makes.
yeah.
I just want to go out detecting now.
He had the Horde of Denarius, didn't he, the jammy bugger?
The one in the center with the clasped hands. I'm curious to see who's on the other side of it. It could be Nero. That could be Pupienus, a rare guy. That was a common theme, and the emperor always wanted to make friends with the military, so they always had the clasped hands, Denarius, to symbolize that.
Take it this is his horde.
Yeah, that looks familiar.
Well done, Daniel. Max Hamblin. Oh, for some reason that won't let me. You can see it there, but for some reason it won't let me open it in full.
Little second century plate brooch, by the look, missing just 2 of the side lugs, but from what I can see, very impressive. Steve
A. McFarlane has combined all of his finds into one image. Very
That's
nice.
Good finds there, Steve. Love the Essica brooch. It's beautiful.
Is this what you said? Is that an Essica brooch?
That's an Essica style brooch, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, very nice.
Stunning. Melvin Appleyard. That looks brand new, doesn't it?
It's an Arius. I can't tell who it is. It's a little bit far. What's the obverse?
Oh, sadly, it won't show me the opposite. No, apologise.
That's the Roman Republic. That's a Roman Republican Denarius right there. That's typical, the quadriga on the reverse. Head of Roma. Can't quite tell the moneyer on it. It's a little bit worn, but it's a nice one. That's a late Roman AE3. Looks like kind of hard to see it, but Licinius, Constantine 1, Constantine 2, Constantius 2, they all struck those. Who's that? That is, I think, Crispus. Crispus, yeah.
Julian, you know how I call you a legend? I think we've got a new legend here tonight, a Roman legend.
Chip's helped me out many a time on coins. You can't beat the guy. Fantastic.
A Roman hippocampus brooch.
I want that.
Very rare.
Very
rare.
Well done, Sammy. Mark Betcher, a Roman bread stamp.
Dilek's here. Hi, Dilek.
Hello.
Hi, Dilek.
Hello.
Was told it's Roman something to do with manicure. It measures 2 inches long. There's a face at the top, zoomorphic.
Just so
Sandbridge
you know,
Horde.
we've lost the pictures again.
Have you?
Yeah, we can't see anymore.
It's red stamp.
It might have.
Yeah, that was confusing, Dave. Dilek is not 2 inches long or covered in enamel.
I'll share it again. I think when Dilek's come in, it might have. Are we there?
Not
coming
up.
That's the Sandridge Horde.
Wow.
Anyway,
What
back
is
to
this?
that was the 2 inch long manicure thing.
That wasn't Dilek.
That's not Dilek.
Yeah.
Malcolm Beagle.
Nice. Diamond ring.
Yeah. Good, yeah.
Another Roman Republic Denarius. That's the Dioscuri on the reverse. That's a common theme for Republican Denari. Nice Julian II Siliqua, Lion's Mint.
Best name emperor ever, that guy.
The Pagan.
Julie Argent. No letters on the brooch, just looks like bunches of flowers or grapes.
Very neat. I've never seen anything like that with it sticking up so far off of it. That's cool.
Yeah.
Dalek.
I've never seen them.
Some nice pictures there, Julie. Well done. Good clarity.
It's really big. Look at the size.
Yeah, monster.
Scotty B.
You got tiny hands.
That looks like Nero. Looks like it's a 4A, an ancient fate.
The reverse.
Concordia on the reverse right there. You see the plating torn away to the right of her.
Mm-hmm. Is this where he starts putting all his holiday photos on again?
You think he could at least turn them round?
Do it probably are. There's one. That's the right
there
way.
we go.
right.
Yay.
That's Trajan. The reverse is dated. I think that's just a date on the reverse, all of his consulships and everything. Now that's Julius. He knows I want that coin. That's Vercingetorix. That's a Vercingetorix denarius. Very, very, very rare. Very, very sought after.
And there's the reverse.
Yeah.
Well done, Julie.
Another nice piece.
A mount.
Yeah, possibly a bowl mount or bucket mount. You can still see the solder inside.
Yeah.
And this one. Ray Livermore.
Maxentius. So the guy that was beat by Constantine I at the Milvian Bridge. That's a phallus of his. What's the reverse on it? Should be like a temple or something like that. There's various designs on the reverse.
And finally, John O'Davis.
Oh, 2nd century key fingering. Lovely. Don't see them complete.
Would that actually work as a key?
Arguable, because the padlock lengths really were sort of longer than that could actually engage. But yeah, I suppose on a small trinket box or something, but incredibly, you just imagine taking it off and trying to use it. Incredible. But I think they probably did in some cases, but mostly decorative, probably symbolic of love or a relationship or security of a relationship as opposed to functional.
I have never heard that. That's interesting. I have a couple of those. I thought they were actually functional, but do you think they're more just a symbolic type thing?
I think so. Look, I've seen a few Roman padlocks, Chip, and from what I've seen, the length of that, there's just not enough room to manoeuvre and engage into a locking mechanism. But I'm sure not all, doesn't apply to all of them.
Well, there's been absolutely fantastic finds in that. So, gentlemen, can you decide between yourselves which was the best Roman find?
As far as the coin goes, it's that Janus Gallienus coin. That definitely takes the cake for me.
Well, Julie's one.
That was
No, I think that was found by a friend of mine. It was found by a friend called Tony about 20 years ago.
Double-headed one.
The double-headed.
I'm going out to Chip's knowledge.
Yeah,
I've never seen it. That's extremely rare. Maybe some type of special donative issue. Did you say it was by a religious site?
This one, was it? Yeah.
Yeah. So it was about 20 years ago, but there were other very rare varieties found with it. But
this is the correct image, yeah?
We can't see it.
Can't see it, Dave.
Gone off again. Right, yeah. Well, you obviously know which we're on about.
Yeah,
so
that was it very briefly.
I think there's a delay.
Right, yeah. So the Janus coin by not Julian.
No, it's by a friend called Tony Roach, and the coin's now in the British Museum.
Excellent.
And then Julie's Vercingetorix a close second. That's my choices.
Well, Chip, that was absolutely.
What's that?
He said whatever he said.
He said.
That was absolutely fascinating, Chip. Absolutely brilliant. I can't speak more highly of your ability to recognise things as well as you did. So thank you for the input on that.
Don't forget to plug very quickly, Chip, your new in coin business.
Yeah, I started a coin business with a buddy of mine in New Zealand. His name's Josh. Hi, Josh. It's PalatineNumismatics.com. So basically, the Palatine Hill is what it's named after. So we just got a new site up and running actually this morning. So have a look. It's got a bunch of coins for sale, and I hate parting with them though. But it's bittersweet. That means I can buy more.
What did you say the site was?
PalatineNumismatics.com. PALATINE, numismatics, NUMISMATICS.com.
Brilliant.
I
Just
can't
so
even
our
say it.
members, we've got about 800 members.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome,
No,
guys.
thank you, Chip.
Thank
you are
you,
you are
Chip.
amazing, mate.
Love to Kate. Love.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's watching, I think.
Cheers,
For
Chip.
sure.
Nice one.
Hi, Kayla.
Thanks, Chip. It's been an absolute pleasure, and we'll speak more in the future, I hope.
Yes, sir. Anytime y'all need me. All right. Take care.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Chip.
Dilek, good evening.
Good evening.
Are you
How
well?
are you guys doing?
Ready for bed? How's yourself? How's
I may
lockdown in?
disappear in a second, just so you know. I've got Domino's just about to arrive, and the dog's going to go crazy. So if I disappear, that's why.
It's a bit of your pizza.
I want a bit of your pizza.
You've only ordered it so you can have some adult interaction, haven't you?
That's what way it's contact. It's socially, distance delivery.
Pete, you know what they're doing? They give you an empty box just in case if you've got kids and you want to make a pizza at home and put it inside. So let us know if they give you. Oh, the dog's gone. Let us know if they give you an empty box.
Anyway, Dilek, how's Turkey at the moment?
Well, it's getting worse by day by day. It's getting worse. We don't have a full lockdown, but we have a lot of restrictions. I mean, all the cafes, restaurants are closed. Schools are closed. Schools have been closed for a long time now. Parks, you cannot go to parks, beaches anymore. Many private businesses are, running from home. But we don't have a full lockdown yet. For example, I still go to work every day. The factory is open. We're producing product. We're shipping product. But it's tough. It's tough times for everybody. It's getting worse day by day here too. The numbers are increasing, but we're hanging in there. We're trying our best to keep the business running and to support, especially the smaller dealers, smaller businesses, so, they can survive because, the way things are, after Corona, if, all these small businesses in different countries go out of business, we may end up having bigger issues, globally, economically, so we're trying our best to hang in there.
And we spoke the other day. You've got an update for the Simplex coming shortly.
Oh yeah. Actually, the update was given to production yesterday, and we actually, I think, shipped some units yesterday locally with the new software. I didn't know that myself. All of a sudden this morning I get up and I have all these messages from people. Dilek, where is the update, posted? And I'm like, well, it's not out yet. But then I realized some local guys, some, detectors here in Turkey put some videos out on the internet with the new update. So now the engineers are working on the web version. So the software was given to production already as of yesterday. And the engineer is now working on the web update. Hopefully it should be out by, I would say, end of this coming week. Hopefully.
Brilliant. Excellent. Obviously, a lot of good reports from the metal detecting community in the UK regarding the Simplex. Several of my friends have got one, and it's doing exactly what you said on the tin.
Yeah, we were very sincere with what we were saying, and it's been providing very good results in the UK, in every country so far. So far so good.
Must be the look of the mermaid.
Could be.
So, yes, it's a funny old time at the moment. What I'm going to do now, Dilek, I'm going to jump onto our next section because obviously time's running away with us. And the next section will be that of the medieval. Oh, God, there's millions again. Might have to do this a little bit differently with the medieval. Instead of pulling the the images up directly. I may go just on the small images just to save a bit of time. There's 74 comments, so hopefully we'll be able to bring them up. Now, are we seeing what I'm seeing, everybody?
Yeah.
So you've
Sorry,
got
Dave, that was
you've got
me again. Jules' Jettons, very nice. Next one, Jules' Farthings, very nice. Next one, lovely, respectful handful of hammered. Not mine, unfortunately, but wow, that's an impressive haul.
Yeah, nice.
Again, that is stunning. I can see some difficult to scale on that, but certainly some half groats there, possible clipped groats. Again, very respectful collection.
So very good condition as well, Jules.
Aren't some of them beautiful?
We're on medieval now.
Oh,
That's just up for that one.
what have I missed?
All Jules stuff.
Do you know what I've got to post?
Lovely. That's a Limoges cross terminal with what looks like decayed blue enamel, but absolutely stunning.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, hey, Adrian. Yeah, a friend of mine found this, had it in the magazine a couple of months ago. Absolutely. Look at the blue of that sapphire. Classic. Probably come from Ceylon, that sapphire.
I've got to say, what the ring is on looks like a raw chicken. Might need some moisturiser on that, mate.
I will pass that on, Dave.
I think Adrian will be in the chat room.
Oh, lovely collection of lead vesica seal and some good hammered cut half and cut quarters. Obviously knows how to use the machine. You're picking up quarters. Nice one.
Paul Bancroft again.
Again, beautiful again. Probably an amethyst in that cabochon stone, but just what can you say? Absolutely stunning.
Scotty B's holiday pictures again.
Well, yeah, I've seen this before. That's a fabulous coin. I'm not very good on hammers. Obviously, it's Scottish. Looks to be a groat or half groat. David or Alexander III, I would say. Looks like Elizabeth I. I'd hazard a guess at 3 halfpennies or a sixpence. Difficult to scale.
Yeah,
and I say, you know, I do apologise to the finders. I'm not very good on hammered coinage. That's the reverse, isn't it? Okay. Oh, now there's a scene I recollect. Fantastic. That was the hoard discovered at Spring Detectival. And possibly another shot of the same.
Look, Scotty's putting his holiday pictures on now.
Yeah,
Go
do you know
past
what?
all these, Scotty.
Dave, you go back to that one of Scotty, Dave, if you can.
That one?
I said to Scotty earlier today, he's going to replace Gary Lineker for the Golden Wonder or whatever Walker's Crisps advert. They just look like crisps, those coins, don't they? Lovely.
They do, yeah.
What a sight and what a face. Brilliant. Yeah,
Mark Thatcher.
That's lovely, that. I believe that's a Verval ring or a Hawking ring. Probably 17th century. Should have a bloke's name on it if you can decipher the initials. But lovely. Round the jesses of a falcon, that was.
Mm.
Oh, no, I know 2 dots by the back of her head means something. Elizabeth I, lovely example, hammered coinage. Yeah, what series that is, I'm not sure. If it's an Anglo-Saxon skeeter. Lovely.
Porcupine.
I can't see the obverse, but yes, I would have thought so.
It says Series E, Variety E, Porcupine Skeet.
Not going to dispute that. Obviously an expert. Looks brilliant. Lovely. Again, classic late medieval Tudor ring by the look of it. Difficult to identify the stone, but by that age could actually be cut. But what a beautiful find. Now here we have a classic case of a medieval I can't tell the coin properly, Edward III, that's been modified into a ring brooch with cabochon glass inserts. The central mount has collapsed, but would have contained a stone probably of the same origins. Now that I really love. It's a beautiful find.
Phil Harvey says on that it's a modified Alexander III Scottish
Is
penny.
it Alexander III? Yeah, I should have seen the stars in the quadrants, but no, in my keenness to get through. Oh, that's the obverse side, and you can tell there the difference of that. It's been gold gilded. That's amazing. What an amazing find.
Nice medieval lead sail.
Yeah, that's really nice. Unusual to see the lettering so clear on that. Probably 12th, 13th century. The reverse of, I believe, a gold noble. Am I right there?
Edward III.
Edward III. Aren't they always, said he ungratefully, having found one the other year? They're always Edward III if you get them.
Malcolm
Elizabeth I. Can't see what it is. Looks like a shilling with the size of that shield, but beautiful coin.
Fair dues, Malcolm. You've had some wonderful finds.
Certainly has. Another Elizabeth I issued there. Can't quite see what that is, but probably a sixpence. But again, very nice.
Henry VI, a full noble.
Well, you can't beat that, can you? Just look at that king in that ship. Stunning medieval artwork. You know, that certainly isn't a gold top, milk bottle top. Beautiful find. I'm assuming of a size that's got to be a farthing, but I'm not sure who of. But again, for a farthing in lovely condition. Papal bulla. Can't quite read the Pope. Benedict. Can't quite read possibly Marius or Martius.
Boniface.
Boniface, is it? Well done. Yeah, Pope Boniface, medieval papal bulla for use to seal documents and scroll work coming over into England. Absolutely a cracking example.
Medieval hammered from one day's detecting at Norfolk.
You can't beat that. If that's a day's detecting, as you state, then that's probably a market site. Fantastic.
Look at that.
Now that's interesting. Could be Anglo-Saxon. I believe there's a reverse to it. Extremely rare crude crucifix. They are normally stated to be Anglo-Saxon, although looking at the incised work, I would say possibly 11th century. But whatever, a very, very important find.
Now, basically, we won't talk about. We're half an hour behind the schedule, so I'm just gonna scroll through these so you can see what's going on. Well, like that by Gary Neighbour there.
Yeah, that's superb. Lovely lead medieval weight there.
Just going to have to look at that one because I can't quite make it out. Is that hack silver?
No, it's, they're in the British Museum, I believe. It was a hoard, very rare, of coin clippings.
Right.
Extremely rare. Lovely collage there. Some really beautiful hammered coins there. Lovely condition.
There are some stunning ones we're going through. Graham Dempsey. Wonder how he cleaned that. I like this one by Jason as well.
Is it Anglo-Saxon gold tremesis, I think. Lovely.
Some good photographs as well, and I mean the manner of which they're taken.
Really, thoughtful.
That one's brilliant. I like this one by Fabio Ferreira as well.
Good old Fabio.
I like this one as well.
I saw that being found at Detectival.
Right.
That's 3 years ago. Anglo-Saxon gold, possibly button.
So, given what we've seen, everybody, what would be the best find in the medieval category? Personally, I'd be going. My choice would be that
Oh,
one.
there we go. We're back again.
Oh, are we back?
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Someone viewed
Hi,
us.
everybody. Jesus.
Well, we
Well,
talking too much.
my vote, Dave, would be for the Alexander gold-gilded penny that's been converted into Cloisonne stone
Right,
brooch.
I'm with you.
That is what I call a day, a week, a year maker. If you find that stunning, find really, that's done it for me, as you can tell. But
Phil's a good detectorist as well, so he finds some good stuff, man.
that's just, that brooch is just that's made my evening seeing it, let alone finding it.
Yeah.
So,
I
Phil.
was eating pizza for half of it, so I'll have to let you guys judge.
So I'll go with Phil Harvey on that, then a modified Alexander III Scottish penny. And I'm sure Mr. Julian Evanhart will be in contact with you about maybe putting an article together on that, no doubt.
Yeah, it'd be an honour to have something like that. I mean, that's really, as you can tell, I'm a man of never few words, but wow. That really has made my evening. Small things, gentlemen, ladies, but no, that's done it for me. That's brilliant.
So, sadly, we're going to have to depart now, Mr. Julian Evanhart.
No problem at all.
It's a pleasure as ever. It's been very, very... I've learned so much from yourself and Chips tonight. It's been fantastic.
It's been a pleasure, you guys. What a brilliant idea, I must say, to do such a thing. And I'll just leave now by saying, guys, stay safe out there. I'm hoping, it's not going to be too long till we're all back out there again and we can start socialising at functions like Detectival. Hang in there, guys, and above all, stay safe.
Thanks,
Julian. Good night, Lisa, also.
Bye.
Bye, Joel.
So before I forget, right, Dave, I've got to say, right, I've got to thank this brilliant idea to one of our members, Jerry Tapscott, because he was the one that said, why don't you do this? So if it wasn't for Jerry, I'd probably still be sitting on the couch feeling sorry for myself. So thanks, Jerry.
Yeah, it's lifting our spirit.
Yeah.
And it's an absolute honour to do this as well, to host it. I'm no bloody Jeremy Kyle, but I'll do my best. And honestly, I've learned so much, as I say, from especially Chips and Julian tonight. How easy is it to identify things?
Oh, for him, bloody easy, Chip. He's brilliant. But I get the opportunity as well, a massive thank you to you and Luke for putting this together, and Pete and Dilek and everybody else.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
no problem. Anytime anybody needs a platform, me and Luke will accommodate, you know that. So Dan Spencer should be somewhere behind the scenes. Here he is. Oh, he's having a party.
I'm in the
party. Dan, I can only apologise for you coming on late, obviously.
Oh, hang on. I'll turn music off. Sorry, I'll DJ. That's all right.
Apologies for coming on late. Honestly, we've had so much going on, especially the medieval whatnot.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, it was good. No, it was really good. Chip and Julian, their knowledge is incredible. So it was a pleasure to watch. I got an extra few drinks in, so I apologise. But to be fair, honestly, at Spring Detectival by now, me and Karen would already be dancing around on the dance floor. So this is that moment. I'm now.
What Carl would be doing right now?
So true. We should have got Carl.
He'd have his top off already.
Yeah.
Oh, don't forget, everybody, Nigel Foodie Doodies is doing the virtual food for this.
I'm hungry.
So we're
Nigel, I'll have a saddle bone.
Oh, I'm starving.
Whip everyone up a saddle bone on me, mate.
Pete's got the pizza.
Yeah, I bought the pizza and the cookies and the Coke.
Oh, yeah.
Mark's brought the Budweiser.
I've got anything you want. It's here. I've got it.
I'm actually looking. I'm on my group's Facebook page behind the scenes, because there's an image that one of the members he found on one of the sites that we dig at, and it's we've been talking about the coloration and such like of certain artifacts. This one's actually of, if I can find it, a tiger, and it's like a figurine. It's one of the best things I've seen of that ilk, so I'm just no, can't find it. Find that again one day, and I'll get that out and about. Anyway, let's jump on to the next section, which is post-medieval finds. And again, because of timescale, I'm going to have to do this quickly.
Skip 3.
Getting late. Hi,
Can you
Dylan.
imagine how pissed the next guest
Hello.
Hi.
So,
We
Are
can't see anything, Dave. Oh, there
nothing
we
up
go.
yet.
No,
Is
there
it
we
up
go.
yet?
Yeah, yeah. It's there.
So first up was I thought this was glorious image of some beehives, which Julian shared earlier.
Yeah. Good to find.
Buckles.
Yeah,
We do.
we like some buckles.
Yeah.
More buckles.
Yeah.
Older buckles.
Oh, some
Bullet
silvers,
silvers. Can't beat that.
some willies, silver willies. Pipe camper. Oh look, I recognise that, Scott. Yeah, that came from last year's Detectival, near where the Horde came from.
Yeah.
I think that was
Oh,
about
I remember that. Yeah.
13th century. I think there's the report on it. Look there. Well done, Scott.
Top
Yeah,
man.
Oh,
I
look
thought
at
I
that.
thought I recognised it.
Yeah.
Well recorded,
Yeah,
Scott.
I think
Yeah.
that one's just finished the process as well now.
Did he get it
I
back?
think I saw Scott saying that earlier on today. No, it's been acquired. So, yeah.
How much did he get for it?
It was 350 total, so 175 between him and the billionaire. So I'm sure they will appreciate that equally.
Well, you obviously know that they need the money right now. All
Yeah.
the money they've lost on stocks and shares and everything like that. I can
Yeah.
imagine they are gasping for air.
Oh, let some of
Oh,
our
yeah.
marshals make some finds there. Carl and George and Bob.
Yeah.
I
look
like this one. Beautiful coin.
Great condition, that. Yeah.
I've held that. That came from one of our metal detective digs.
Oh,
Is that a fancy stirrup?
Yeah, spur.
Yeah.
Spur.
nice decoration
Stirrup
on it.
spur.
Stirrup spur, yeah, holder.
There.
That's a nice morning locket.
That's
I think I've
beautiful.
got that as well.
was in TH recently, yeah.
It looks pretty familiar to one that came from a dig.
Yeah, that's got
Is that-
it's got a lot of
Oh, I
hands
don't
inside
really drink.
Only Detectivals I drink.
Oh,
that.
look,
That's definitely not post-medieval. That's Roman folk. Nor is that.
That looks Saxon.
That's Tremacy. That's definitely not post-medieval.
Yeah, that was wrong section, that coin.
That looks like a papal buller.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jason was getting carried away, wasn't he?
that
Oh,
looks
it's lovely find, Jason.
really.
Come on. Oh, here we go. We're stepping back into the post-medieval category
Stepping
now.
back into
Oh,
time.
second. Yeah. Hang
Three
on,
World
Mark.
War II hand grenades.
I was going to say the pineapple grenades, isn't it?
Phil, weren't you happy with one?
The fact he's still stood there.
After the first one, most people would stop digging after the first, wouldn't
Oh,
they?
look, one hand grenade, yeah. Oh, look, there's another one.
I'll take more
Hindu
photos.
offering.
What is that?
That
Hindu,
looks
22
Arabic,
carat
doesn't it?
Hindu offering.
Oh, right, okay. What was it? River Thames find, or
Phil Harvey. That's all I've.
where did you find that, Phil?
Well, you say that, Mark. We've got a permission that we've done a few times now where every year, I can't remember exactly where it is, but they do like an Indian festival. And
Right.
the amount of rings and costume jewellery that we find there is unbelievable.
That's good quality gold, that Indian gold as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, I'll ask this time, Dilek and Dan, what would be the number one find? I know we ran through quickly, but what would be number one find there?
Christ alive. Go back up to the spur mount, because that was decorative. I've not, to be fair, but I found half a dozen. They've all been completely plain. So for me, that's particularly nice. So that's
Well,
just, I can't see it. I can see me, which is great.
What you look like.
Yeah. No, I know it's a bit random. I know Jason as well. It is little and posts in the search magazine. It's great, but I've not ever seen a decorative one. That's just me. I think that's great. I like it.
think we
Dilek,
had
would you go with that?
a long time ago.
Yeah,
actually.
You really want me to comment? Come on.
Go on, Dilek. You know you want it.
Were you happy with that being
Well,
the
then,
best?
okay, I agree with Dan. How about that?
Excellent.
What he said. Yeah.
What did you like, Dilek? Come on.
I
Which
don't
one
know,
was
it's
found with a
hard.
Nocta macro?
What's that? Whatever was found with Nocta macro.
Yeah.
I like the Victorian morning locket. I like
This, whatever this is.
that's the Victorian morning locket.
Yes,
No,
this one.
that is a beautiful piece, and it's got a lot of hair inside in the picture and stuff. I've seen all the details on that. It's absolutely gorgeous.
This
Yeah,
looks
I like it.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh, so we have a tie on that one between Martin and Martin's morning locket and Jason Jones's stirrup.
Yeah.
So
Should we have a vote?
no, let's have a draw because we haven't had a draw.
Let's have a draw.
Oh,
We'll take the prizes.
Mark's changed. You're giving him a cuddle now.
It's had a haircut. Oh, he's grown hair. Oh, there he is.
This is our baby Zora.
Oh,
So,
baby.
Dilek, it's been a pleasure as always. And now, obviously, we've changed. We've now got the TV version. Hopefully, we'll be able to organise. It's as easy as it is. It's just usually me and another person talking. But I really do like this. A lot of people. It's totally new, and it works
No,
great.
this
I
is
think
cool.
so. Thank you for coming on and giving us updates on Nocta Macro, and I'll speak to you soon.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me. Have a good show and good night, everybody, and stay safe, please, okay?
Thanks, Dilek. Take care.
Thanks, Dilek. Catch you
Bye.
later.
Thank you. We'll see you soon. Hopefully
Now,
September.
Dilek is now going to be replaced. We're going to bring two guests on, I think. If I can say that to Luke now, to bring both Paul Otter and I hope I get this right, Annie Biard.
Yeah,
Annie
we're
and
here.
Paul.
We're here.
Marvellous.
The top on, look.
I'm having a fag. She went out for a fag, but we're here now.
Hi everyone.
We're just tuning in.
Hiya.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Hiya, how
Do you know
are you all?
about? I'm happy because we've actually caught up. We were half an hour behind, and now we're nearly right. So I'm happy with that. Nice to meet you both. Nice to meet you both, Annie and Paul.
Hiya.
Did you make your trifle?
No, so okay, so I had a random idea that I was gonna try and explain stratigraphy through the medium of trifle. But we ate custard, and then I thought maybe I'd do a cake, and there aren't any eggs in the shop, so maybe another time I'll do it.
Brilliant.
So tell us about yourselves. Obviously, we've not met before. Annie, I know you used to be an FLO. Introduce yourselves for the audience.
Okay, so hi, I'm Annie. Yeah, I was the flow for Oxfordshire and West Berkshire for 11 years. So I worked with Mark and Detectival for a long time. But I'm an archaeologist, is what I do. I'm now a PhD student studying Iron Age coins, but still very into detecting and very positive with detecting. And yeah, that's about me, really.
I'm Paul. Originally a carpenter and antique dealer, mainly furniture post mid 18th century, silver after that, and I specialise in boxes, tea caddies, writing slopes, and
He gets dragged
sewing
along
boxes, and I get dragged along
to dig up dead things.
dig up dead people. And holes and holes. I love it.
Yeah, he gets dragged. Yeah.
I'm actually tripping off Dan's image here at the moment. I have some sort of fit in a minute.
Yeah.
Now, Dan, I don't know if you heard me say to the audience before, Dan, but obviously myself, yourself, and Julian, If any of the finds interest you for the magazine, obviously just work through, contact the person who's put them on there, and content for the magazines, no problem. So
yeah, absolutely, really appreciate it. To be fair, recognise a lot of the people. Some of the stuff I've never seen before, so I'll be hounding them tomorrow about that. But obviously, everyone knows it's so slow at the moment. No one should be going out. I know people are, but no one should be going out. So what we've done at the Searchers, we've offered competitions of one of the new tactical jackets that we're going to give away free. Just happen to have one here.
I love one of those.
I know.
What an amazing
give the new tactical jacket away for free. If anyone sends in any finds to us on email, and we'll put them in the next couple of issues, and people can vote on who's favourite, and they can have a new tactical jacket. We were going to launch it as Spring Detectival. You see, we had so many plans, and it's just a bit gutting. So I've been a bit depressed all week, really, because normally the preparation for that and everything is a massive part of what we do. And I know Harry's sort of running around the house decorating. She's got nothing else to do. Normally she'd be absolutely manic. So thank you to everyone who's posted up tonight, posted their finds. I'll hound you tomorrow. Input's great. Just keep going. It's great. Dig through your old finds, give them a clean, and share them to everybody. That's what
I know we've gone through most of the sections now. We've only got 2 sections left. But if you still want to put your finds into each section, obviously a lot of people will be able to look through them and enjoy them because, hey, we haven't got anything better to do at the moment.
Yeah. It's all very quiet.
So we're going to go on to our next section, and hopefully Annie will be able to help out a lot in this, being there's a lot of archaeological field eyes-only sites, finds.
Good luck. I do like how I got the crap finds bit, though. Thanks, Mark.
So,
first, I didn't do that.
Auden Field 3.
Are we seeing what I'm seeing?
What the?
Is it the size of a ball?
Surfboard.
It's a Dornier Do 217 propeller blades, which was found by.
Little airplane. That's impressive. That must have given off quite a signal.
He found that with Barrett Ace 150, didn't he? 15 foot deep.
Annie.
And that's his Heinkel He 111 prop blade.
That's exactly what I would have said it was. Yeah, definitely.
Fix your house, Julian.
Flint tools and oyster shells found in Nottinghamshire and Lincolnshire by Paul Tong.
Well, oyster shells can be interesting because they can be indications of a Roman settlement. So good for picking them up. I couldn't really see what the flints were, but oyster shells, very common on Roman settlements. So fair play for picking them up.
Good old blue.
White and blue. What's that? Mid-19th.
Yeah.
A bit earlier.
Transfer printed.
Ming.
Yeah.
Now, my son, Mason, is 7. Yeah, 7. We go for, we're doing all the walks of late, what have you. And we went to a place called Daning Shore. I live in Congleton, and basically it's a scientific special interest place, and you can go and sit down by the river there. And every time we go, he goes mudlarking for pottery. And some of the stuff he's got in the back garden here, what I want to do, I want to actually remove one of the paving slabs, put all his pottery in there and resin it over so he can see it all the time.
Good idea.
My parents did that years ago. They found some bottles in a dig in our back garden and put them to the steps.
Yeah, good plan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look at that by Bob
That's
Hance
nice.
from Detectival 3 years ago. Beautiful arrowhead.
That's nice, yeah. A little tandem barred arrowhead, so late Bronze Age, maybe early Neolithic, push it back a bit, but a good 4,000 years old. Nice find, that. Nice find.
You see, we didn't put you on at this time for the crappy finds. We put you on this for your identification of archaeology.
Nice find, that, yeah. It's a good find. Oh, he's chucking me flints now. What was that one?
Sadly, I can't get that one to...
it's crashed everything. No,
it was a lower Paleolithic hand axe anyway.
Nice.
Spotted at Charlbury with metal detectives this year.
Oh, Iron Age, the bunny. Is there a reverse of it?
Sadly not, no.
No, it's probably a Cotswold Cop or something like that. I didn't choose the names.
When I said before
That's
about
cool.
how good some of the images are, what a fantastic photograph that is.
Jono does
Yeah,
think
that's brilliant.
though, doesn't
Yeah.
He's got a couple of silver buttons there, and I don't know, it's a sort of African style head, isn't it? I don't know what that is. Don't know what it's made out of.
Sheriff's badge as well.
That's cool. That's some nice stuff.
And Jono again with another arrowhead.
Yeah, that's lovely. Again, late Neolithic, early Bronze Age. Lovely, lovely find. Yeah, nice.
And that's what is so interesting about metal detecting, as well as obviously finding what we find, the relaxation, the stress-free environment, the fresh air, the exercise. There's always the opportunity to keep your eyes on the surface, and there's some fantastic things you can find, especially when it comes to flints and stuff like that. I used to spend a lot of time up Marston Moor, and obviously doing field walking. The amount of musket balls that you could find on the surface, and flint that had been napped to use in the pistols and rifles, absolutely fantastic. So always keep your eye out for other things. I also like skulls of cattle as well. So
that's the good thing about metal detecting, is that you guys are out in fields where archaeologists tend not to go. You know, archaeologists only go out and dig stuff if there's a planning condition on it. You know, so you guys are out in the fields and you're seeing stuff that archaeologists wouldn't usually see. There's no reason for them to go out there. So picking the flint stuff and stuff, especially the early flints, a lot of sites only exist what we call in the plough soil. So we only know they're there because you guys are finding them, picking them up, recording them. Otherwise, we have absolutely no idea that those sites were there. So, yeah, it's a really important contribution you guys are doing. So keep picking up the flints.
I think from a metal detector's point of view, I just want to point out, I think that's one of the reasons that Annie and Paul, I think, are seen as being fantastic across the hobby that we are, because their attitude is very pro metal detecting for that reason. Okay, metal detecting isn't perfect, but for that reason, that's why they are just, everyone likes them. I think you get online, you get a lot of issues where you get a lot of archaeologists, etc., coming on, and you have a bit of a battle with them. But so I think that they're good for the actual hobby itself. It's nice to have them around. It was a bit of a shame that was technically sort of like the last Detectival you did, Annie and Paul, but I'm sure you'll be around and be back.
Yeah,
Hope so.
We can't say no to Mark, you know.
I believe this
sorry.
image from Phil Harvey, this is the last one. It's just been put on. I think it's a replacement for the one that we couldn't see earlier.
The last half an hour, mate, we can only see you. Oh, there we go. Now I've got it. It's as beautiful as you are. I've got it.
Yeah, that's nice.
Rugged,
it's
mate,
pretty,
rugged.
pretty rough, to be honest. It could be Paleolithic, it could be Bronze Age, because it's pretty rough. It hasn't got much fatigue on it.
them up on the beach in Norfolk.
A Roman chatelaine brooch.
Nice. Very, very nice. Look at the enamel in that. That's gorgeous. Yeah, that's nice.
That's a surface find. How spectacular for a surface find.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, they would have had little maybe tweezers and personal things hanging off it, but that's quite a find.
For a surface as well.
Yeah.
So, Annie and Paul, you could decide on the winner of this section.
Ooh, okay. Keep scrolling. Shall I? I'm at that one. The guy with the chatelain's very, very good. But just because I'm an archaeologist and I'm going for something not metal, as an eyes only, scroll up a couple. Little
tiny
bar arrow. That one, yeah. That little one.
So there's your winner on that one.
That's a nice
Arrowhead by Jono Davis. Well done, Jono.
Yeah, nice
Deserves to win just for the quality of his pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, I tell you what,
Yeah.
oh God, where's everything gone? that photograph there, that's one of the best photographs I've ever seen of things that metal detectors have found. Absolutely stunning.
Well, that's fantastic.
So that was that section. Look, no hat now, Pete. It's getting too warm. I was going to go for the Darth Vader mask. Look,
in front of a radiator with a hoodie on. I'm baking.
Look at me lockdown haircut as well. Dead long, that is.
Yeah, it's still not as bad as the ones that we saw earlier. It's all right.
Day,
yes.
Annie on, I've added a couple of pictures from Chris Muscle that he emailed over onto the unidentified. Could we just go back to that section? I just want to get Annie's opinion. Yeah, we have.
Have we even done that section?
Yeah.
Have we?
Yeah, that's just the one we done with Jules with the book on.
Oh.
But I just added
the one with the little leaves on the end of it.
Well,
Little bits of the one that had like three bars across it and the little fleur de lis on the end. That one?
Oh, right.
Come on.
Is that what you were talking about, or Mark? Or
hang on.
Karen was talking. I was just listening, as usual.
I've got him well trained. What can I say? I'm not sure what it is. There was one that was. Hang on. What did he say it was?
Well, he doesn't know. He's unidentified.
Is that one, Karen?
Yeah, I can give you a bit more info to what he said. So, nothing's coming up, Dave, but thanks.
I know, I've only just done it. I forgot.
Yeah, that's
I must say there was some. Oh.
Yeah.
It looks a bit like a metallic coronavirus mask.
Yeah, you know what? That's the first thing I thought of.
It's quite big, isn't it?
Was that a 5p?
Mask.
Professional opinion? Don't know.
No.
From somebody who hasn't got a clue in any way, shape, or form, my dad and my uncle used to make walking sticks, and it looks like the thing that goes around the stick, and then the two bits at the side would be where you pin it on, maybe.
Looks like a bloody big walking stick.
Yeah.
Big for that.
It's quite big though, isn't it? For
that?
I'm thinking it's for an ashtray.
All he's put is it was a bronze or alloy with signs of silvering that came off pasture on a farm with Iron Age connections. That's all he's put.
I doubt that's Iron Age.
Yeah,
it doesn't look Iron Age. To me, it looks immediately sort of post-medieval.
Never been able to get an idea on it.
Is it curved?
It does look slightly curved, but that's the only thing it's got.
Like a handle or something that it screwed on.
That's why I was. It's draw handle, basically.
Yeah.
Georgian draw handle or something.
Yeah.
Like
I'd estimate that about 5 to 6 centimetres by, say, 9 centimetres.
Yeah.
It's bang on for a handle.
It looks like a draw.
Draw pull, yeah.
I see what you mean, like on the old-fashioned office drawers.
The old brass type handle.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And can we just go to the next find as well, Dave? This one was off the Thames foreshore. He's never been able to get an ID on it. It's quite small, a brass or alloy. Yeah,
That's
one.
Pretty.
Yeah, I thought that.
I won't tell you what that looks like to me.
It looks like that to me as well, Pete.
And me.
Yeah, and me. Yeah.
I don't know what you guys are seeing, but it looks like an eye to me.
When you turn it.
It looks like some form of eye, but not that one.
We'll just go with
by looks of it.
That's officially ID'd.
Chocolate starfish.
Yeah, we'll go with Pete, I think. Spot on, Pete.
But that's quite interesting because that was the Thames foreshore. But again, he's never been able to get an ID on that one. So
there's not a picture of the back. Not a picture of the back. Is there to see if it was mounted onto something?
No, he had set a side view which showed the engraving, but no, there's no back. But I don't think there was any sort of. I think it was just plain, nothing on the back.
some sort of decorative mount by the looks of it. But to me,
Could be. Is it lead? Is it lead or
Bronze.
bronze? Okay, that's nice. Little Roman eagle by the looks of it. But
So what would that been? What would that be from, Annie?
have you got any other pictures of it? 'Cause it's not the greatest angle. From the top, it looks like a little Roman vessel mount, little bronze. Yeah, not those. The base puts me off, to be honest. Makes it look a little bit more modern.
so that's going to be on a pot lid or sort of kettle lid or something, is it? One of those more modern ones on the top.
Yeah, it is. It's a little Georgian pot lid, isn't it? With that base, it looks Roman, but that base is wrong for Roman. So yeah, a little pot lid or something. That's nice. I'll say back.
Yeah.
Found on the wet sand.
And wow, come out of a room. Yeah.
Nice find.
Yeah.
Finally, Gary Finnan. Would that be
Little
some form of
gilded
buckle?
Yeah, little clasp maybe, say 1400, 1600, something like that. Can't quite see it, to be honest. Yeah, little early post-medieval clasp by the looks of it.
Some lovely, lovely finds anyway.
Yeah.
And we're back. So, shall we go for the last section, crappy finds?
Yeah.
I'll be able to identify these.
Go on, let's do it. I bet there's something really good in there.
I doubt it. I'm saying.
This is like rummaging through the scrap bucket at the end of a rally, isn't it?
Yeah. This is all Mark stuff in the buckets, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to find something now, actually, to post up there quick.
I've absolutely no idea what any of that is in any way, shape, or form.
An old garage.
Far left, with a little bit of imagination, could be a trigger of a Civil War gun with a bit of imagination.
How much have you been drinking, Annie?
On the encounter, didn't it?
Let's open the other bottle.
I'd say, Graham, that's definitely a hand.
Yeah, looks like a hand.
A very cold hand.
Seriously, can you zoom in on that buckle?
It's a horseshoe. Horseshoe.
Sorry, Nick, rubbish.
Sadly, I can't zoom in.
That's definitely a horseshoe.
I love the hand for scale.
Yeah, right up next to the camera. Charlotte Goldfinch.
Has she been magnet fishing? Because that's the sort of rubbish that I pull out to be. The only stuff that's fixed to a magnet.
Those guys, a bit of WD-40, probably use them.
I've got farmers that come and take stuff like that out of the scrap bucket and go, I'll get them going again.
That's definitely hedge fodder.
That is, off the beach by the look of it, is it?
Yeah, it says crud in the surf.
Yeah.
Do well to find a bloody hedge on the beach. There's someone been raiding my scrap bucket.
Hang on. The bottom of my finds bag looks like that at the moment.
Shouldn't detect so fast, Dan.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, slow down, mate.
Oh. Hang on, I've got the new Nocta macro. That's why I can go so fast. You seen it? Look.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Oh,
that's
the new.
That's a hammer.
Hot off the press, that one.
Hot off the press. Don't crack stuff.
What is that? Is that
the Nocta macro Plex? Don't show anyone.
Is that a top secret?
A top secret multi-frequency, that. 4 million frequencies.
That last picture was that a water grate or something?
It looked like it. That's a proper crappy find, that.
We had, it was at Detectival. Where was it? Mark, it was one of yours. We had a load of lads came in, French lads came in with a Thames water cup.
Oh, God.
That sounds about right.
Hang on, that's
like this.
That looks like a third of a Victorian cast iron table.
What is it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
What is it?
Looks like a pot off of a plant pot, cast iron plant pot stand.
Yeah,
A third of a, isn't it?
What
That's
metal
what
is
it's like.
it? What metal is it?
That's not bronze. That's got to be cast, isn't it? By the looks of it, it's going white and stuff,
no,
isn't it?
it's too complicated. Yeah, definitely.
Was it spelter?
Do we reckon he's found that in the last week in his garden?
I've been his granddad.
How many Tetris are picking up their garden right now?
It's not.
I think
It's not
If I didn't have faith,
now look at that. He's sandblasted it at work. That looks stunning. That does.
Spot on. Yeah,
That's
only
amazing.
1/3 of it. Missing two legs.
How big is it? How big is it? Do you know?
hang on, I've got to go fill Karen's drink up.
Oh, nice. To be fair, if it's one of the what I'm thinking, like a plant stand, it's only a few feet tall.
Is that Dan?
No, that's Nick.
That's Nick Reynolds. His mate Paul found him at Detectival.
That
That's
was
what he clapped before he got into his tent, wasn't it? Oh yeah, I've got a few of them. Brilliant. You get the website.
Yeah, they're great. They're great finds. They are.
Yeah.
with the leg
chicken.
still inside.
Pigeon ring.
Oh,
A World War One Livens chlorine gas mortar that was full.
The fact that he's cleaned around it, right? I'm not worried about it. Brilliant. Oh.
Oh, shut
Oh,
up.
shotty.
She's been in the a few times. She's found some great stuff herself. Yeah,
And some crap.
That really is. Yeah, nice, but still crap.
You can
Yeah.
use
There's a spoon.
In all fairness, you're not a true detectress without this rubbish.
Hello, Jeff. 1996.
Now this is I don't think she'll be on now. This is Sky Jackson. She's 12-year-old metal detectorist. Her and her dad have got a little YouTube channel. We were speaking about her the other night, and she put some images on the. In fact, I'll show you the image in a moment. Of you're talking about a 12-year-old girl that's made a little photo frame with glass in the front with the finds inside. It looks absolutely brilliant. So this is Sky.
Well, you can tell Sky if you know her dad.
There's the box that I was on about.
Dave, if you go back to Sky's
Horseshoes,
bottom right one, that's early.
Yeah,
that's a nice early.
When you say early, what era is early?
Well, it's a tiny picture on my screen, but I would go 16th century-ish. It's early. It's a nice. The other one's a big cart horses, but that bottom right one is an early one. So she's done well there, bless her.
What era did you say? Sorry.
I would go with 16th, 17th century. The picture's really small on my screen, so I can't see it particularly well, but it's definitely earlier than all the rest, which are 19th-ish century. But the bottom right one on the screen, it looks early from the picture.
I'll let her know anyway.
But listen, that's just sorry, button in there. But Sky, obviously, the Litland's coming through because Lisa, who's been posting. So I don't know if you can see this, but that's Jason Jones's Litland, Leah. And that was in the Search magazine. She made a shield out of buttons that they had found.
wow.
That's it. There you go. That's a bit better, isn't it? Yeah, so she loves it. So she's following him around, digging it out, Lisa, and digging it all out and stuff. So that's brilliant, isn't it? Get me interested in Litland's coming through.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here we go. And this was what I was on about, this little photo frame that she made.
Brilliant. Yeah, I saw that. It's great.
Oh, that's fantastic. Good nerve. That's brilliant.
Annie, she can't identify what that is in the middle one with the holes through.
Yeah, you know what? I saw this photo earlier. It's tiny on my screen again. I can't tell either. It doesn't jump out. My immediate reaction is that it's a horse harness pendant. Like a cart horse. What do they call them? Shire horse pendant.
Yeah, all right, that's better than my guess. I was thinking the gas went through or something like that, like in a lantern, but it looked too substantial for that the holes weren't fine enough.
Yeah, I agree with you, Danny. It's too substantial for that. I think it's probably the one in the middle. Yeah, I think it's probably a 19th century horse brass type thing.
Brilliant. She can put horse brass in a little frame there. You can let her know that, Dave.
Yeah, no. But that's a lovely display. Bless her. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Isn't it? Absolutely. And it was great to have a 12-year-old coming on to the to listen on the show and interacting too. What have I done now? Turn that off, haven't I? Sorry.
Can I say that in regards to the future generation, them showing such an interest in our history, I think is amazing and well done, Sky. Carry that on, seriously. One day you could be like Annie, a wonderful archaeologist.
Yeah, well, I agree with that.
Or a metal detectorist. Carry on.
I'll buy you a drink. It's great that the kids are interested, and if metal detecting is the way that they get into it, I think that's fantastic. It should be encouraged.
I wish they showed more of this at school, if I'm honest, actually finds and stuff. I remember when I was young visiting Verulamium, and that's about my only memory of history at school. And, I just think the younger generation, this is why under 16s, they're free to come on all of our digs and detect, because we want to encourage that for the future generation. Yeah. And so many companies now bringing out child-friendly detectors. I'm sure Pete can elaborate on that a bit more later.
No, we get loads of inquiries, and they are increasing all the time. Like, I've got an 8-9-year-old, they want to get a decent machine rather than something from Argos or a toy shop. There's a lot of kids coming in, without a doubt.
They could be the next budding archaeologists.
But it's a really good thing, because you're right, Karen. When I was at school, history was rubbish. It was absolutely rubbish. I didn't learn anything about any of our history at all. And metal detecting is so accessible for anyone and everyone. Like Pete was saying, they're making machines now for kiddies. It gets them out there, and the thing with kids is that they love the hands-on, actually being able to hold something. Because you go to a museum, it's behind some glass. But with detecting, you're the first person that might have touched that thing in 2,000 years, and that's what really gets the kids and us adults going as well. And it's really great that you guys are encouraging the kiddies to do it.
I went last year to my son's school and buried a load of stuff in the morning. And then in the afternoon, took all the kids out metal detecting, and they absolutely loved it. They were covered. Parents were going off their head because they were all covered in crap, but loved it. And then the following month, I'd done exactly the same. The way I'd done it, I made treasure poems based on when me purple beard. So I was Captain Purple Beard, and buried stuff. I'd done the beavers as well, and the beavers. The beavers loved it so much that the next month thereafter again, they arranged to go to Congleton Museum and have a talk from Ian Doughty, the resident there. So absolutely loved it.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I think that's always been a bit of a problem with I'm an archaeologist. It's always been a bit of a problem. It's always been a slightly kind of hands-off thing. That if you like archaeology, watch Time Team or go to your museum or something. But with detecting, kids as well, they can actually get their hands on it. And that's what really makes the connection with history. That's what gets people interested in their history, their local area or their country's history or something like that.
It's tangible.
Yeah, and that's what's so important with detecting, I think, is that everyone can do it. And Mark knows and Dan knows, I am a supporter of it. But I think it's great that you guys encourage the kiddies to do it. It really is good.
Yeah. Yeah, the manufacturers are.
I'm attempting to share the screen again because we've not finished on crappy finds, but it's been a bit of a bug. Oh, there he is. There it is. So where were we? Adam Weedle's Gucci watch. A silver Indian rupee, rolled and misshaped.
What is that?
I think
that was a big pile of stuff.
Yeah, that's just what you find between all
Buttons.
the good stuff, isn't it?
Adam Staples, can you ID
Sorry,
this?
I had to post that Corona bottle top.
Behave, Adam.
I think the crap is fine there, personally. The crap is fine. Or the best of the crap finds has got to be this this leg.
That is a good crap find.
What is it?
It's a leg of Jardinier or something.
Yeah, that's it. That's a posh word for it. I still think it is a plant pot stand, cast iron, in the garden.
It looks like a leg of a table, doesn't it?
It's a Jardinier.
Leg of a
full table.
What's it made from?
It's got to be cast, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, as you looked earlier, it's
aluminium.
You know, Paul, down by your house, that little antique place, they got loads of them in their yard, mate. Loads of them. Go and have a look tomorrow.
I just wanted to go onto the Archaeology and Metal Detecting magazine website and point out the education page that we've got. Excuse me. Obviously, there's different workshops, the Young Archaeologist Club, but if you click on the Metal Detecting for beginners, both LP and Regdens, I've linked directly for basically starter machines for the younger generation. There's also activity packs, Neolithic house cuts. There's all sorts to do even courses while we're as we are at the moment. And I don't know if you've come across Dr. Chloe Duckworth, but these videos that she does, very, very, very good educational videos. There was something else I was going to show on here. I can't remember what it is.
That's lack of sleep, Dave.
Oh, mate, I've got somebody dropped me a box of some sleeping tablets off before, so they'll be going straight in later. I know what it was. It's Spring Detectival, and here is the Spring Detectival of it. We obviously we publish a magazine, a paper magazine that goes out for free. It's distributed via Detectival, Rodney Cook, etc., etc. We make them directly for that event. They're also giving out other, like Metal Detectives distribute them, Find a Fail distribute them, North of Tyne, Metal Detectives distribute them, lots of others. And the PDF is now live. This was the one that should have been for Spring Detectival. We've now rechristened it the Lockdown issue. So I'll be sharing the link out tomorrow on all our normal sources, but as you can see, lots of nice things in there. The Debays, lovely Sarah and Kimmy from America, big find, small find. Some of the bits that Luke decided to put in, including Paradolia.
That's how I feel right now.
This one was he's a local author and historian, and he used to be in fact, I think he's not so much his greatest claim to fame, but what people know him from, he was the official reporter for the Moors murderers. His name's Doug Pickford. Sid Perry. Lots of other bits and bobs in there. Dr. Macro, Aaron Weedle. NCMD got a segment. We are going to be putting the NCMD information in all our magazines now. They'll be having several pages in that. And this one itself is talking about the early history of the NCMD. My voice is going now, isn't it? Team Rutus, XP, LP somewhere, Simplex, Amphibio, Curse of Oak Island, Randall Sullivan, the XP Backpack, John Webb's Worrying Aspect of the New Treasure Act, Graham Dempsey's Composite Cleaning Pencil and other bits, Rutus. So there you go. That's the new magazine, which will be available. It's there now, but I'll be sharing the link tomorrow. So let's get everybody back together, Luke. We've got 15 minutes left, and I'll just hand it over to everybody else. Chat amongst yourselves. How do you think tonight's gone? Has it been all right? Has it worked?
Yeah,
I think it's been good, Dave.
It's been great.
Yeah,
we've seen.
Yeah.
We've seen some fantastic things, haven't we?
And
some nice finds earlier.
I think everything's been great. That sort of chat that we've done is everything that we would normally do around like the bonfire, around the bucking ball thing in the dance tent and something like that.
Exactly.
I've wholeheartedly, absolutely gutted that it hasn't gone so far this year with Spring Detectival. I'm just literally, I feel at a loss. I'm totally at a loss. I went on furlough with work on Friday, so now I've got like a minimum of 3 weeks off. I was looking forward to this weekend. I got Mark White at the Searcher ringing me, so I'm about to cancel the B&B because we can't go to Spring Detectival. To be fair, this has just helped a lot. So this has pulled it in. So 50%, I'm back to myself and getting out there. So thank you very much for putting all this together, everyone, because I think without this, I would have gone absolutely crazy and into a little hole. So it's
I bet you can't even visit your boat at the moment either, can you?
No, I'm a key holder down at the boat. I had to pop there today just to check everyone's moorings, but you're not allowed to go in certain areas, not allowed to go out on the boat, you're not allowed to go through the locks because no one's around. So I literally can't do anything. So, it's awful, but I'm just fingers crossed for Main Detectival in September. I've got big hopes for that. If that happens, it'll be mega. And I just everyone needs to go. If we can get that going, if everything works out well, we'll have a big one, definitely.
I really looking forward personally to the Summer Detectable as well, because semi-local to myself, about 20 minutes from where I was born and raised. So I was really looking forward to that. Detectacon's currently still going ahead, and obviously Rodney Cook and Detectable. So. And when you say you got 3 weeks off, Dan, I've been off for 2.5, and we'll be back either the first week in May or the first week in June at the minute.
Yeah, I've been the same. I've basically, 2 weeks at home so far because I cover the whole southwest, South Wales, so my other job. So I've sort of like nearly 2 weeks off already. I've got a minimum of 3 weeks off. But yeah, like you say, but the Rodney Cook, that's literally 10 minutes from my house. So fingers crossed that happens as well, because it's just everything down here so local, and obviously Main Detectival's half an hour away. So yeah, if those don't happen, I don't know what I'm going to do, literally. So
well, hopefully we'll all be able to metal detect ourselves generally before long.
I think people will appreciate detecting a lot more. That first time they hit the fields is going to be like. They've been reborn, I think. It's going to be this massive relief.
Yeah.
I found a Georgian coin.
I found some crappy things.
I think it's really good though that detectives have listened to the NCMD and have mostly stopped going out detecting. You can see it on some of the Facebook pages. I'm on my own. I'm in the middle of the field, in the middle of nowhere. It's okay. But I think that most detectives, they've stopped going out. I think, we're all in it together, aren't we? I think that's a really good thing. And I know you guys really want it itching to get out there, but what can we do at this time? We're all in it together. So
yeah.
But I'm waiting for the time when it's all over and everyone's allowed to go out, because it'll just be like something out of Zulu, all these detectives all over the field.
And it'll probably tie in
let's hope that it's all like over and done with, and we all get together at Main Detectival, and like Dan says, you can imagine the party that's going to cause. If the first time back out detecting coincides with Detectival, that would be mad. That'd be a good event.
It would. What was going to say then, the best thing I've seen over the past couple of weeks was Steve Pettican's video today that he took last night, where he set up camp in his garden and said he was at Detectival. Brilliant video.
Yeah.
All on his own. It is a good video, actually. I also saw one today from That's Brad, who's made all the characters out of little paper little paper characters of everyone. That's another good one. So at least people are taking the humour from it.
Yeah.
It's good.
Brilliant.
Well, has anybody else got anything more to add? Annie and Paul, anything else to add?
Just nice to see everyone. Actually.
Yeah, everyone keep safe and thanks very much for tonight. It's been lovely to see you all virtually, and yeah, you know I miss Detectival. You know I love it. Yeah, stay safe, everyone. Take care.
If willing, Annie and Paul, it'd be delightful if you could come on one of the weekly episodes and chat to you on there properly.
Yeah, happy to do that. I can bore you stupid about stratigraphy and archaeology if you want. Happy to.
I got to make a trifle.
Yeah, oh yeah.
The medium of cake.
Yeah.
I'm more than happy to do a couple of 3 stand-up bunny numbers as well. So
he does a very good goal.
Believe me, you can't be.
Yes, karaoke.
Dan, over to yourself. Anything else to add?
No, thank you very much. I'll be in contact with a load of the people that put the posts in and stuff, because one of these, as I said, one of the coats we got to give away for free. So if you send me your stories over to me, I'll put them in the searcher. And then if you want to win a coat, send it over to me. The best story wins. Basically, it doesn't always have to be about the find. Part of the story as well. You know, how did you find it? Why did you find it? The circumstances. But also, we'll give away some other bits, subscriptions and finds pods and stuff. So yeah, just thank you very much for watching tonight, everyone, and really miss you. Hope to see you at Main Detectival.
Dan, the coat itself, the jacket, is it my size?
I'll make it work.
So several together will be read.
You're losing weight, mate. You'll be fine.
Honestly, I have lost 1.5 stone in the last 2.5 weeks. I don't know why.
Crikey, that's quick.
I'm not, honestly, I've not been 100% and I've not eaten. I've stopped taking sugar in my tea. I'm having saccharin, so I don't know. It's just falling off me. But it don't look any different at the minute. I might even have a shave. Mr. Terrell, over to you.
Well, I suppose for me, this isn't going to last forever. This virtual thing's been great this evening, but it's not the real thing. We want to get back out in the fields. We want to see you all out there having a laugh around the bonfire, because what is it now? Coming up to 11 o'clock. The night's still early. We'd be going till 2, 3 o'clock. Dan falling over, the dancing going on, Cole raving in the tent. It would all be going on. But I think the most important thing that everyone should really take notice of is that we want to see everyone safe, healthy at Detectival. So follow the rules. Don't think you're immune to stuff. Like I've seen one idiot on Facebook today, but we won't go down that route. You're not immune to it. It can affect everyone, and we want to see you all healthy. And let's be honest, a lot of our customers fit the demographic of the at-risk category. So stay safe out there, and we want to see you all in good health come September.
Fantastic words, Pete.
Well,
and Karen and Mark, over to you.
Well, what can we say? It's been great tonight, and again, thanks to Jerry for suggesting it. And Karen said a massive thank you to all the people that would have helped us this weekend, and a massive thank you to everybody that would have been there as well. And I'm just sorry that we couldn't pull it all together because of the current situation, but we got to do what we got to do. But as Pete said, hopefully September will be on along with the Rodney Cook, because I know that Gary puts a lot of hard work into pulling that off and raises a phenomenal amount of money for very good causes. And let's hope that Detectival gets to pull its first year off as well. And this year turns out to have some relative normality to it at the end of it all. Otherwise, 2021 it is, everyone. You know, thanks everybody for it.
Karen, can I just point out, from somebody who said, I'm not doing any of these bloody radio shows or anything like that. This is the 3rd time in about 2 months. He's loving it.
Well involved.
I've got plenty of bloody time now, haven't I? I'm not doing anything. As Pete said, my diary is completely free.
So anyway, to end the show, congratulations, Malcolm Beagle's Spearhead. In the Bronze Age category, Paul Bancroft's Curio Bling in the Iron Age. The Janus coin from the Roman era by Tony Reach, I think. I can't read my own writing. The medieval modified Scottish penny. The post-medieval stirrup and the Victorian mourning locket. The eyes only found was the arrowhead, and we didn't vote on the crappy finds because they were all crap.
They were.
Thank you, obviously, to Mark and Karen, to Pete, to Gary Blackwell, Adam Staples, Julian Evan Hart, Chips Krasinski, Dilek Gonyole, Dan Spencer, Paul Otter and Annie Biard, and especially to each and every one of you who's participated, shared your find, and I apologise for the live comments not actually working properly, but we have been reading them in the side anyway. So again, thanks to each and every one of you. For those who haven't listened before, this next Thursday night at 8 p.m, which is our regular slot, we have Dean Stainton, Shilling King metal detector, and he'll be on, and he's also wrote a fantastic book about the Overton boiler explosion, so we'll be discussing that as well. I'm Dave Sadler. This was everybody else. Thank you to Luke behind the scenes, and good night. If everyone else is still here, thank you very, very